His eye.
It's been so long since Curse of
it
Strahd.
happened. I just opened the map and I was like, what the fuck is happening? I have no memory of this place.
I'm
We're
pretty
just
sure
out here
Varys and
going through
Destas,
it.
they face planted into it.
Oh, be right back. I gotta shut the door.
This also took the fall a lot harder than Eris did.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. There's another one.
Okay, I'm here.
We've been talking shit about you.
I kind of want to know what happened in the last game because I just saw Aurora send that one picture. I was like, oh boy,
Oh.
probably good.
In our tyranny chat.
Yeah, because I'm still lurking in that chat.
No, I just shared it because it was on your Tumblr post that my friend Drakesol found.
Oh. Yeah. That comic apparently resonated with a lot of people.
Oh yeah, I saw the comments.
No one, not a bunch of other people could be that stupid as us, right?
You would be surprised. All right, cool. Well, the good news is that I did not write down any notes for myself.
Hell yeah.
So I only partially remember what the fuck happened, but let me see if I can get it correct. If we're all good to start, that is.
Yeah, we're good.
I think so. Yeah.
I wouldn't mean to presume, but yeah, you guys went down into a cave very quickly, cutting down on a lot of time by having gravity help you, which worked out great.
Some of us.
Yep. However, going down into the caverns and immediately splitting the party did not work so great. Unfortunately, we have.
What are you talking about?
It'd be like that sometimes.
Don't worry, Carter's fine.
Mhm.
It says right there on my map. I have not erased the sign.
Good, because it's still true.
Yep. So yeah, Carter is currently in cold storage with Blue Moss, who is blue now. I forgot about that. And you guys, after escaping from a horde of whatever the fuck those things were, went the other direction to get some more clues. Fought some cloakers. Cloakers rolled like shit. Which
saved our asses probably.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I played like in-person D&D on Sunday, and it turns out that my dice curse is actually not Roll20's fault. It turns out I can just roll single digits. So that's just on me.
Hell yeah.
So RNG is just like no.
Nah.
If it makes you feel better, the next time you get a chance, I don't know how often you see Ken around, ask him about that campaign we played, because the roll up on our side was the complete opposite. Like, I rolled several 100s with D100s.
Oh, wow. I'm terrified.
You should be.
It was hilarious.
I mean,
he
I
actually
suppose
rolled really bad on one thing, and like the DM at the time had inserted like a love interest for his character. He immediately traumatized her by sucking her into like a dark void and terrifying her all in one go.
Oh no.
Hell yeah.
It do be like that sometimes. It do be like that. Or, well, every once in a while. So you guys did beat the cloakers, and you found a dead body that you decided to interrogate, but halfway through trying to decide what to ask that dead body and how to interrogate it most appropriately, you heard a voice. So pretty much all of you, I think, except for Octavia. Yeah, except for Octavia went over to the broken bridge over the River of Mist, and you found yourself an interesting character who seems to be here to catch the latest news story. You have no idea who he's reporting to, but he seems to have come to Barovia willingly, which is now all of you. Yeah.
You're muted.
You are mute. I was like, why can't I hear Kate?
Can't hear
because you're
anything
fucking
that you're saying. Yeah.
I can hear you
I
through
keep-
G's.
That's why I
Yeah,
came
I
up to
can
see,
hear
like, I haven't
you.
heard you say anything this whole thing. I was wondering if you were muted or if you got up to do something.
He's not muted in
Hold on.
Discord. Maybe his microphone's acting
Discord's
up.
not muted.
Huh.
You can just faintly hear him in the back
I
of
know.
Fox.
Yeah. Because your icon isn't even lighting up. Is your mic plugged in?
Yeah.
It was kind of acting up the other day too. When we first got in for Tyranny, it was like he had to turn his settings all the way up. So maybe something else is happening with that.
Hold for technical difficulty.
Check. Yeah, it's
Weirdly enough, I can hear you better through G's mic than
you know what
There we
I
go.
was trying to do.
Oh, there it is. Hell yeah.
I wanted to use the microphone on my PS4 controller.
Whoa, you've got echoes.
Hold on, I'm going back to the other room. You're good.
Okay.
Still in the
Oh, okay.
and I kind of shouted because I don't know why Windows is like, oh, cool, a new sound device on a shitty ass wireless controller. You want to set all your defaults to that, right?
Sure.
Every time, and I'm used to setting the output, and I had just fixed that, but it has never taken the input away from me like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
But like you haven't
underestimate your technology.
said anything, so I was like, oh shit, something must be
Well,
wrong.
I mean, I have just been listening, so that's why I didn't think anything was wrong.
Okay. All right. Well, so I believe we stopped exactly at you bringing your new friend over to the dead body that you're about to interrogate, and I think your last
think so.
point of order was deciding what the 5 questions were going to be. Rictavio was going to cast Speak with Dead, which, let me get his character sheet open.
Didn't we announce, or pick out 4?
No, we didn't. Yeah, we
Eris,
kind of
you can see my message.
4 of them, sort of, but hadn't decided on the final how we were going to say it.
So yes, anyway, this is the corpse entombed in the wall.
This is our dead person.
He's kind of just showing it to Shendo. Just
Welcome to Barovia. We've got some corpses.
There's
I'm
things.
not even on the grid map.
Yeah, we're just on the.
Oh shit, that's right. Hold on. I had grounded you so that you didn't go explore.
No peeking.
My bad.
Oh no.
There we go. Welcome back to the map, guys.
Oh god.
There we are.
Kind of poking. Actually, Eris stays out here to keep watch on everything that's going on.
God damn it.
Huh?
You're effing token.
Yeah. Right?
The one thing that I really don't remember is what everybody's icons mean. I know the heart thing is
right.
I know the heart thing is
Sanctuary, or no, not Sanctuary.
I don't think it's
No,
Sanctuary.
the heart thing is Death Ward.
Death Ward.
Death Ward. That's right.
I think the net on mine is freedom of movement, and then I think the other one was
that one I don't know.
So hard.
Yeah, that one I don't know.
Bad. That's me and my huge ass maps. Actually, this one's not that big.
Yeah, maybe if once it loads in, it'll be better.
Freedom of movement.
Right, I cannot remember what the third one is, so maybe I'll just take that off. Because it's obviously not important, I suppose.
If I don't remember it, it must not matter.
I say that to myself every single day. I stood up like 2 minutes before the start of the game and immediately forgot what I was doing. I just stood there for a minute. I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? It's like, well, I guess it didn't matter.
If it's important, it'll come back to you.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know what that one is, so I'm going to take it off. And freedom of movement lasts for an hour. So I still have that for a little bit, I think.
Cool.
Was it the Guardian of Faith?
No.
Mm,
I mean, I did
I
set
still
that
have
up,
that
but I don't
up.
think I set a token for that. No, or I don't think I set anything like to remind me.
Going through the role archives and looking.
Right. I don't see anything else that.
Yeah, I don't either. All right, but yeah, he will kind of just. They're going to, I don't know, determine what it was doing here, or what she was doing here, and then we will proceed from there.
Okay.
He'll
Yeah,
just
I
kind of
mean,
scoot by just to get an ear and an eye full of whatever's about to happen.
You're over there with like a microphone. Excuse me.
all right.
You
Is
know,
there
you know
anything else?
how like filmmakers do that thing with their index finger and thumbs, like they're framing a shot. He's essentially kind of like crouching a little bit, trying to get the best angle for just whatever's about to happen. Because speaking to the dead seems kind of weird, but he's into it.
It is not the
What
strangest
else
thing
are
we'll
you
do.
into? Sorry. Anywho.
I opened a door I was not prepared for.
Well, all right, well, Rictavio, so we have some outlines of questions. If you can think of anything else that might be important for us to know, please speak up now before we talk to a corpse.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Wait, are you talking to Rictavio? Sorry, I
I
was.
am, yes.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
So many
I'm going
brain
through my.
farts
I'm like,
today.
okay, they're talking. They're
Yeah,
talking.
right.
I'm
I'm
going through my
gonna
notes. What
immediately
the
talk to you first. Yeah, you're welcome.
Rictavio. Sorry.
Good.
What were your notes? Did you actually write something down for questions?
It's in the
Yeah,
chat if you scroll up a bit.
what
Yeah.
brought them here? What is the
They're kind
hammer
of
that's
loose
mentioned
notes, but
in the note? Where could we
Okay.
find the hammer? Who is the
Oh, okay.
devil that they mentioned in that note that they had in their hand? And where can we find help? We're like the 5 rough questions that we
right.
decided upon, and we're like just writing down,
Trying to
and then
refine them a
yeah,
little bit more.
Tavio just kind of considers it for a second and he goes, yes, well, certainly we can ask about the hammer. I'm not against that. Since you did find it in the note, it seems rather important. I would like to know more about this place itself. It's strange that they ended up here. Perhaps, hmm,
Do you think they would know?
that is really what's stopping me from offering it as a sound advice. Don't know if they
Hmm.
would. Possible that this person was as lost as we are now.
Well, they were searching for something, so they came down here for a reason, but it might not have anything to do with the weird door that you want to know about.
I do want to know if they knew about the door at all. Perhaps they had seen it on their travels.
we could try condensing 2 of the questions into one and ask simply where we could find the hammer as opposed to
Yeah.
asking them what it does. And then we'll have extra questions where we could determine if they've explored this place, and if they have, perhaps they could point us in the right direction so we don't suffer further setbacks.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
as the odd man out here, having come from fucking nowhere and ending up here pretty erratically. I gotta point out, asking the dead about a door is kind of ominous, huh?
Well, it's not the type
Maybe.
of door you're thinking of.
It might be. We don't know.
We truly
We
don't.
You
actually
guys
don't
don't know.
really know anything about it besides that it's a door and maybe leads somewhere and then maybe spits you back into Barovia.
Welcome to Barovia.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that we don't really know, I think. But just find out, I guess.
If we start with asking them about the hammer, and if they can point us in that direction, then we at least have that information. We can then determine what they know of here,
Yeah.
and perhaps they can point us in the right. He kind of just looks out through all the tunnels direction.
Hmm.
There are a lot of ways to go.
Without dying.
Yeah. I think that the only way to truly know what questions we'll need are to get a few answers first, and fortunately, I don't believe
Yeah.
all 5 need to be presented at once.
Right. How long does wait, hold on, I know this spell. How long is that?
I know this. Well,
Wait, I know how this works.
Do you
Are
have to
you
tell them
asking
all at
about
once?
We'll probably think of new questions depending on the answers of the first few.
Right, but the spell only
That's
lasts so long, and so you have to at least ask them. Okay, you have to at least ask them within 10 minutes. So if we ask like the first one, and then we have a minute or two to think if the second one is good or if we want to change it. And then as long as we can ask all of them within the 10 minutes, because otherwise then they kind of go back to being dead.
seems like it should be very possible to do that within 10 minutes. So,
Okay, hammer first, because that's the thing that I think that they would know the most about, right?
exactly. Yes, I agree. We can
Okay.
probably just get a nice, succinct answer as to where we might be able to find it.
What if they don't know because they said that they were digging and then died?
Let's
Do you
see.
think they were
Let
digging
me
just
read
randomly?
the note again.
Yeah. Can't remember if it said that they were just like digging trying to
uh,
find it or if they knew that it was there and were digging specifically for it.
somebody buried a hammer down here.
Apparently, it was
he'll head
important enough
note.
Maybe it was
to
lost
them.
down here.
Well, it was
Ask
important enough to dig and die for.
On a
ask
note
her
that death is
where
willing.
Pedora buried the hammer. That should be specific enough. And while it might not be accurate to its current location, if it was moved, that was the last place according to the note that she saw it.
Yeah. Sounds like a good first one to me.
Okay, asked.
right?
Woo, woo,
Very
woo.
well. In which case, give me the exact wording so that I do not, as you kids put it, fuck it up. And
You
I
wouldn't
will
fuck
begin
it
to
up.
cast. Well, thank
I
you, my
believe in you,
dear.
Rictavio.
I'm glad you have such faith in me.
Kids. Huh.
All right. So I'm gonna do this like not as Rictavio. I'm just gonna let you decide which questions specifically to ask, and he will just repeat it word for word essentially. But he begins to cast. And I think Speak with That is actually doesn't have a long casting time. It's like an action.
I think so.
Yep.
Or a minute. Yeah, it's not long.
Yeah. Yeah, one
Um,
action lasts for 10
okay,
minutes.
cool. And slowly you see the body, which is still partially trapped under one of the fallen rocks in this area, begin to creak and groan and expel a sound that very much indicates that it is no longer alive, but there is wind rushing through what remains of its windpipe and its, perhaps drunken tea bags of lungs.
Uh,
So what exactly are you asking Octavio to say?
the first question would be where. Let's see. According to I'm like looking at the two notes here. Let's see. Uh, to ask where because she might. I mean, how is she going to describe where it is in the caves?
Yeah.
I don't know.
English is amazing.
I mean,
We could just ask her if how.
The minutes! The minutes!
Yeah, I mean, anybody.
we're out of game. I don't know how
Yeah, I don't either.
far away is the hammer
Okay.
buried? Where is
Yeah,
it buried? And like direction
how far did
wise?
you run from the hammer before you died? Like, I don't know how we could get any usable information, and that's.
Where is the hammer relic that you were searching for?
Yeah, I mean, it's as good a place as any.
Okay, hold on.
Octavio's kind of like paused with his hands in the air.
Yeah,
Like, holding,
think-
waiting.
Because I don't want to say
He's like burning
direction.
some incense.
How far from this location was the hammer you were looking for?
sure.
All right, very
That's the
well.
only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Very well. And he turns and he asks her, how far from the location was the hammer that you and your associates were seeking? And the corpse kind of tilts its head, groans quietly, and goes, I know not where the hammer was.
Yeah, see, it doesn't matter.
It was Fedora who heard of it from her god. Down, she said. That is all I know.
Do you want to ask her like to describe it? Maybe I can do like a spell to locate it if I have a description.
Possibly
Um,
worth trying. At this point, we could just ask some questions.
Say we're all
Could
about
also
the
ask
hammer
like
anyway.
what they knew about like the layout of the caves. How much did they explore, or
Should we
have you
ask her
found
about the devil?
a we know who the devil is.
Yeah, we know who they. I
That's,
don't know if it's
that's-
worth using a question for just to.
But yeah, I mean, it's like the things we would need to know, and I'm not even sure that she has any way of describing them in any meaningful way to us. Is where this hammer was in lieu of the hammer, where Pedora was, and if they did explore this place, where we could find that doorway, so that we don't wander around. But wording that in such a way that she could be like, take 3 rights and a left, and then follow the third road you reach. It's like, I don't know.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Right? Because like they don't have any way to like lead us, and there's no way to like draw a path for us either. So it has to be relative to here, and who knows how these caves have changed since she got murdered and died.
I mean, honestly, I feel like the only thing that she is in any way going to be able to tell us about is maybe the hammer or any other stuff that they had. Because I don't think they really know the cave system.
Yeah.
Or at least not now. Or not
And
anymore.
ask what they were doing down here.
Sure.
What brought them down here?
All right, very well, says Rictavio, who's like looking at his pocket watch and watching all of you carefully.
Shush,
Puts it away
Rictavio,
and
we're working on it, okay?
no, I'm not questioning the process, dear. Turns to the corpse, asks the exact question that you posed. It kind of groans again, almost painfully, as if the memory is still wrecking it with some sort of emotion. It's uncertain, it's a corpse. And says, we were looking for a way to defeat the devil. We were looking for a way to save Lenta. She was taken from us. I thought that we could find a way to turn her back. And Padora kept talking about the damn hammer. There was promise down here. And then just kind of exhales, kind of collapses back into its resting, waiting pose.
We not here. Damn, Eris wouldn't know. Because he wouldn't, but Cray might. Because Cray, I think we heard that name in one of Strahd's brides.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's one of Strahd's brides.
But Eris
So they were
is,
looking for something that would turn her out from being a vampire, and maybe the hammer would do that. But we don't know where the hammer is. Should we ask where Fedora is? I don't think she would know, right?
well,
Octavio kind of glances at the note that you were all holding, and he goes, "That's a good question, perhaps, but it sounds like she was indeed found. It does say found Fedora."
Oh. Then where is she? Where did you put her?
And turns
Maybe?
back to the corpse. Is that what we're going with?
I guess. I don't know. Where's Fedora right now?
All right.
Or where did you leave her, I guess?
if she's left with
Where?
others, it could be with the bodies I found.
Maybe.
Turns back, asks, "So, where did you leave your Fedora that you spoke of? Did you find her?" And the corpse stirs to life again, or unlife, as it were. And goes, "I found her deeper in the caves. By the deeper rest house. No head. There was no head on her. Something had bit it clean off.
Unfortunate.
I couldn't. I left her there. I ran. There was something else there. I couldn't see it, but I knew it was there."
By the house. I mean, it could be one of the directions we didn't go.
Or was that like the safe house that we left Dumas in? I didn't see any bodies over there, did we?
The
I didn't
small
notice
cave
anything.
I found was close to that. It was all sealed up, but the bodies. Did I see anyone without a head in there?
Roll.
Because they were all like laid out, and that's why I haven't really been considering it. Because in my mind, it looked more of like a ceremonial thing, like somebody actually
Yeah.
set those bodies up, and they weren't being fed on. Whereas this one sounded like she got fed on.
Yeah, she got eaten. Or at least her head did.
For free, I will say no. That would have been pretty. That would have been something you had remarked on. No, none of the bodies had a lack of a head.
Missing heads.
So it could be a similar small cave off of one of the other alcoves, since there are many pass off there. We could do a spiraling search around the.
We could ask where the house is that she just talked about.
Sure. We could
Octavio
ask
kind
if
of
it is
checks his
close or
pocket watch
near.
again.
Yeah.
Or close or far.
Where's the? I forgot what the name of the house is that you just said, but where is it?
Right, Octavio turns around,
In
relays
relation
the
to here.
message again. Goes, where is this rest house that you mentioned? And the buddy goes, far across the bridge, across, beyond the nest. I ran as far as I could back to the exit before it collapsed on me.
Okay, so we gotta go further. That's good to know. We have one more
holds
question.
up one last. Yeah, he holds up one more. Finger.
Okay.
3 minutes.
Oh. Okay. What? I don't know. What else do we ask? We know that they were looking for items to defeat Strahd, and they died. I guess. Do they have anything else maybe that was useful to fighting Strahd?
Could ask. It might be worth disentombing them if they have any other useful things that they don't mind.
If there's anything else that we can use to continue their cause.
That's a polite way of talking about grave robbing.
Hey, if you had something that would help somebody, like, go fight your biggest enemy, you would want them to use it, right?
Oh no, I don't want you to think that was judgment. I'm fully for grave robbing. I was just pointing out that was a very kind way of putting it.
Very well. Rictavio just kind of checks his pocket watch again. Well, I will ask them if there was anything else that could potentially help us then. Shall I?
Yes. Yeah.
Please.
All right. turns back, asks basically that same thing. The body shudders one last time and almost begins to, in a last-ditch effort, almost try to crawl out from under the rocks as if some memory is pushing it forward. And it goes, I know that there's something down here. The hammer, I saw nothing about but one of my visions. My visions told me that there was a great repository, things that could heal vampirism, things that could help us defeat him. It's down here somewhere. It's down here somewhere. I know it.
Okay.
I know it.
I meant if you had. Okay. Never mind.
And it just collapses back down again. It doesn't
Go
move
back to
again.
rest. Okay.
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 Well, we at
Well,
least
that was.
grabbed. We have the glowing necklace, at least.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Hmm.
What is it?
Mm,
You wouldn't happen to know the identify spell, would you, Shendo?
I do not.
Hmm.
What about you,
do
Then-
Freyr?
know? No, I don't know.
No? Okay. I don't know it either.
Hmm.
Only Cray knew it, I think.
Shame. Shame.
I
He may
will
very
allow
useful
whoever.
one.
Shame.
Rictavio, do you know the spell?
I do not. But if anybody has an Arcana proficiency, I would allow you guys to roll as well.
I do. Oh God, first
Do I
roll
have
die.
proficiency?
Pressure.
I do not. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Ideal.
It's a glowing necklace.
Wow.
Well, if it's attunement, we could, tie ourselves to it and
Figure it out, I
reveal its
guess.
secrets,
Tell
but
if it is.
you can always
Huh?
attempt to bind yourself to it, and if it works, then it will allow you to.
Well,
And
I'm
hopefully it's not cursed.
Above table, you can take a short rest to identify any magical item. It's just you have to spend your entire short rest identifying the magical item.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you
I'd be
basically
willing
attune to
to
it,
try.
and it teaches you if you
Yeah.
can.
Do you think
But-
that Dumas knows identify?
That's his. He does have magic similar to your other friend, so
Mm-hmm.
let us
He
return
also
to the
does good
house.
things.
See
You
if
can
he
at least
can,
let him know what's going on.
and then we can make our way out from there. If we either return to the sides of the caves, where we know that those things are, and Carter, or we seek other passages.
I mean, she said across a bridge, and then
Well,
she ran this way trying to get back to the exit, so it would be back the way that she came, like deeper.
I had assumed
I
that she meant the bridge down here, but the one that like the railroad one that we just
right.
came across. That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
but she was running towards the exit, which is, I think, that way is the exit, right?
It was like over this way. Sorry, my pings are absolute trash today. Like my computer is having so much more trouble with this map than it ever has. It is insane.
I think technically she was talking about the bridge that's over here, right?
Okay, that's what I thought she meant.
Okay.
Because there's two bridges technically. One that you just broke and the other one that you came
Right.
Came
past.
across before.
Yep.
But
That you found so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, is it's like if she meant that one of these bridges, yeah, but it could be another one that's up in, because we went up in like I went down this way and Carter went up this way, so we went to the left pretty much. We've searched the left side barely, but more than the right. And we know that there aren't bridges to the right or to the left, but there might be a bigger one to the right. That's what she's referring to.
Up there just seemed like cavern systems, though, that kept getting smaller.
That was what we saw with Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't know if it's over there, but it might be
don't-
down here somewhere.
yeah, maybe down at the right, or yeah.
Speaking of, how are we getting back?
Back where?
to the house where Dumas is because the bridge is broken.
Well, we'll
We
walk
kind of
over
broke
to
it.
the bridge. And how far is this gap again?
Considering that I'm trying to keep it to scale, if one of your tokens, it's a, I don't know, like a 10-foot leap if you want to be safe about it. It's technically like closer to a 7-foot leap, but because of the way the bridge is broken, if you want to land in a way that guarantees you not fall off again immediately, you want to jump at least 10 feet.
Well, I should be able to make that jump if somebody has some rope. I could tie off a line on that side. We could tie off this side,
I
and
pull out my rope.
thank you. And then
Even with a rope, I make no promises.
but the rope will catch you if you fall, and
Will it?
I
yes.
can certainly try. I have telekinesis. I don't know how long I'll be able to hold it, but I can certainly try.
He'll tie or secure the rope over on this side.
Maybe I'll go last and then tie the rope to myself.
That's a good idea.
So
That way, if you do fall, we can just catch you.
yeah, maybe don't drop me. And then
Then he'll just jump across like mid-sentence.
okay.
Whoosh.
Rictavio, do you want to go like soon or towards the end? Because you also
Well, I am aware I'm not in the best shape, dear, but I think I can probably do my best. I can also help somebody
believe in you.
else if that helps. And he kind of taps your shoulder, and you feel a familiar, like arcane jolt. Not jolt necessarily. It's like a warm feeling. He's basically casting guidance on you.
I can do that too. Oh, wait. I mean, well, I was gonna go last, but I can guide you. And she will guidance
I
on
start
Rictavio.
making my way towards the gap.
Making my way. Okay.
Making my way.
All
He's
right.
like, alright, is everything secured? Des, prepared? Let's go.
Huh? Sure.
I just
Go for it.
grab and then wrap my legs around it and just start shimmying.
All
Iris is
right.
just holding it. He'll anchor it from his side, and he's got it like secured to a rock on that side.
Okay.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy,
Um,
shimmy, shimmy.
Rictavio does watch you for a second, and actually, in the last moment, he will reach out and cast guidance on you since you were the one that went across first. So go ahead and make me a roll. It's a very simple because you guys got a rope on this thing. You have to roll under a 5 to fuck this up. But go ahead and roll me
Watch me.
like a strength check because you are using a rope essentially. You're not jumping or anything.
I have no modifier. Oh, okay.
There you go.
You're fine. Even without guidance, you're
But
fine, yeah.
you're still good.
Still gonna
You
roll the
get
five.
over
It
there.
takes a while. It's not graceful, but you get across just fine.
You
It takes a
did
while.
get off the rope and onto the ground. We're going to
Yep.
have to work on your form.
Shut up.
Wow. All right. Then
Alright.
you're across, no
How about-
problem.
okay,
just put you over
Shendo,
here.
you next. And I'll cast guidance on Shendo.
He's just gonna step here, take a quick run, and acrobatic leap across because he's very dexterous.
All right. Acrobatics me that shit.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. It's like Carter is still here with us in spirit.
Single tear rolls down Dessa's face.
Carter would have done a backflip. All right.
And then Rictavio, guidance.
I can make a
All right.
7-foot jump without even a running start on Eris.
Rictavio kind of looks down at his hands, looks down at the rope, and goes, I think I'm going to try for the jump too. Takes a couple of steps
Oh,
back, gets a
okay.
running leap.
As this weird old man says this, that Shinda, you're just gonna hear like the faintest flute, just one note, and he's gonna give Bardic inspiration to fucking.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
My mage hand telekinesis just to make sure.
Right, he's got Bardic Inspiration And guidance if he needs it.
Okay. And
Should've
guidance.
kinda
Let's just
put
see how
the
well
on
he
point.
does.
You can do it,
What?
He's
Rictavio.
gonna nat 20 this.
I know.
No,
I hope so.
he rolled a 17 plus 2 plus what's the inspiration?
It's an
A
8 for me.
D8.
Okay.
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
It's either I was like a D8 or a D10 because I can't remember.
Well,
Nice.
Unnatural 20.
Hell
Okay.
yeah. Unnatural.
The dirtiest
The
20.
dirtiest 20.
Oh,
Super.
Rictavio is actually surprisingly agile. He doesn't look it, but yeah, he makes it across without a problem. He kind of does a little hop and skip along the bridge to get over to where the ground starts and kind of gives a little bow to Shendo and goes, "Well, thank you very much, boy. That was a little bit of fun." And he turns around and looks back at Des.
Okay, I'm gonna tie
So-
myself on the rope.
Yes, make sure you loop it around both your legs as well so that you don't just slip through it like a hole.
Wait, if I tie it on my legs, how am I supposed to jump?
Oh, you're right, you can't with it. Just secure it tightly around your
I'm gonna
waist and
hold
hold on
on
as
real
best you can. Just do your best.
Do a
Okay.
flip.
No, don't even try to do a flip.
Oh.
Do it anyway.
Alright. I will
I
jump.
feel like I'm just getting a nasty look from
Whee!
Eris.
Which one am I rolling?
If you're jumping, do a dex check. Or athletics if it's better, since it is just a long jump.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure.
It's a
both
1 versus a
modifiers-
-1.
That was
Be
a-
able to, with a running start, jump a number of feet equal to your
4!
strength mod.
Telekinesis mage
Well-
hand.
Alright,
Well,
I have her by a rope.
You do have her by a
Good thing
rope.
you got the rope.
So Des is like, "Don't worry, guys, I got this." She starts running. Her armor is like clanking the whole time she's running to make this jump, and you guys are all wincing in slow motion as you're watching this occur. Last one, she jumps and like is literally like running in the air slow motion. You're like, she's not gonna make it, she's not gonna make it, but you're all ready. So you all grab the rope, and at the last second she like grabs for one of the because this used to be like a mining cart rail, right?
Mhm.
She grabs for she grabs for the edge of it. The wood snaps in her fingers, and you just see her face go, "Uh-oh,"
Oh.
as she disappears
No.
over the edge. But you all pull on the rope and it goes taut.
Alright,
Ah,
just
it's
go
still
ahead.
misty down here.
Just keep hold of the rope and don't fall through it. He'll just sort of reel
Okay.
her in like a fish.
I'm using my telekinesis to help because I am not strong.
Okay.
I did it.
You slowly
was-
pull her back up.
Very well done. Very well done, dear.
Good job.
Okay. Let's
This
go
is-
check
this
on
is
our
so
blue
exciting.
friend and make sure that nothing horrible has befallen him.
All right. You make your
Yeah.
way back to the little safe house.
Yeah, I didn't know how slow we needed to move back to the house. You step
Knock,
down the
knock.
hallway. It's like walking through a Zubat cave in Pokemon. Just constant battles.
Ugh.
Oh, speaking of which, no, I'll tell you guys later. I've
As long
gotten
as
it.
you're not
I've got.
Zubat on us.
As long
No,
as that
no.
wasn't, oh shit, I need to roll a die to see how many
Yeah,
encounters I
right.
should have done already.
you
Huge
hear
Zubat.
a Zubat. No.
Oh no.
No, I've just recently gotten really back into Pokemon, and now I want to do like a
Hell yeah.
Pokemon D&D game.
Hell yeah. I would be down for Pokemon D&D. I could.
We've
I could
talked about it
play
before a
Pokemon
little
D&D
bit.
We
game.
actually
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome.
All right. Well, either way, you all get back to. Oh, that's right. I need to place you back into the house. I always forget. This
Knock,
house
knock,
is awful.
Dimas, let us in.
Eris will
Alright.
stand guard outside, and he's just
Okay.
going to kind of stand with his back to the door because the house is not big and there's a lot of people in there right now.
That's fair.
But yeah, he'll stand guard and keep watch out here.
Okay. You guys enter the house. Dumas, initially, like, when you come in, he's, like, in a kung fu ready pose, and then he sees that it's you, and he's like, okay, thank goodness.
What's the password?
We didn't set a password!
We should set a password.
Shendo, you are looking at a scene that you did not expect. You walk into this tiny little hovel, and inside you see just scattered papers, everything covered in dust. It looks like it hasn't been touched for years, literally years. In the middle of it is a tiny blue little lizard guy. Mustache is kind of like drooping off of one side of his mouth, and behind him is just a dead body on the
We
bed.
covered him.
Oh, you did.
He's wrapped up in Eris's cloak. Eris has been
Oh,
walking
that's right.
around in just
Not
his
just
armor.
Carter
that's
laying
right.
out
Yeah, we tried
on
to
a
be
slab.
respectful of our friend.
It still looks like a dead body, I will say, because it is
Yeah,
like covered
probably.
in
You guys
conspicuous.
really like dead bodies, huh?
Well, not really, actually. That's pretty anti what we like, but we do seem to be surrounded by a lot of them, huh? This is Dumas, and this is Carter.
You found a new
He'll-
guy? What?
Yeah, he was in. Well, I mean, he
hanging
was
around where
in a
you're
hole, and I
Was in
didn't
a
want to just leave
hole?
him there. Yeah,
He's
in
in
that
a
like big
hole?
missy hole.
How do we know he didn't come out of the hole to begin with? How do we
He
know
did
he's
come out
not
of
one
the
of
hole.
them scary? Okay, that's concerning.
No, but he's good. At least he hasn't. Well, we got in a fight, and he didn't. He helped us and didn't hurt us, so that's good.
Okay, that's a plus.
When Des said he's good, Crescendo Crescendo didn't say anything, but he just did that little like wavy hand thing, like eh.
Yeah.
As you started it,
I
I
saw
did it in
that.
the air. I was like, yep,
Yep.
that's 100% what he would do.
This weirdly enough,
fought-
this seems to calm Dumas a little bit. He was like, "Oh, okay."
He fought with us, and we didn't die, even though giant blankets tried to eat us. And we found another dead body and tried to ask it what was going on, and she didn't know a lot except for there was a hammer apparently that makes you not a vampire, and it's buried somewhere in here, but not here and somewhere else, like a house. And then we came back here.
I want to bond with people
Uh-huh.
with a hammer.
Well, okay, for a report of what happened, well, y'all were gone. So, there was a lot of nothing, and then I thought I
Okay.
heard something, and
Okay.
then I looked outside and there was nothing, and then I heard something
Oh.
again, and then, I don't know, I think some of those weird things from before were maybe skittering about, but I think they left.
Yeah.
And then,
That's good.
Carter sparked a couple of times. Don't know what that was
Oh,
about.
That's
really?
unsettling. That's
That's
not. I
concerning.
don't like that.
Not ideal.
But I haven't touched him. I don't
That's
think you
good.
should
Please
touch him.
don't. Yeah. Yeah. Also, Shendo, don't touch our dead friend because he might hurt you, even though he's dead. I think. Carter,
He
are
hasn't
you dead?
moved. Are you talking to Carter?
She just stares at the cloak covered body. Just are you dead? He didn't say anything. I think he's still dead.
Should we poke
Right.
him with a stick?
I don't know if the electricity will go through the stick, so don't maybe do that.
Okay.
But so yeah, we should really set up a password if there were things, and then if they try to get inside and you don't know if it's us. What should we do to the password?
How about anything that is not because that's kind of maybe that sounds they make.
What if we make the password stick and Shindo's gonna manifest a stick and hand it to Dumas so he can poke the dead body that's worried about potentially shocking him?
Wait,
Yeah,
is this magic or is this like a stick?
No, it's magic.
it's magic. Wait,
It's a magic
does
stick.
does your
magic? Sorry.
does your stick conduct electricity?
That's what we're here to find out. I feel like.
Okay. Hold on. Boy, I don't have any higher spell slots left, do I?
If it makes you feel
Probably
better,
not.
it is a +1.
Ooh.
It's a plus
Wow.
1 stick.
Okay, well, if you do want to do this, Dumas, I'll just get ready to heal you from death, I guess, because I can't prevent the dying part.
No, we just
Okay.
leave him alone. Why, when warned not to poke a body, do we instinctively have to poke a body?
Wouldn't Eris be a
I
better
mean-
choice to poke the body?
If we must, I suppose I can, but I don't understand.
No, I mean, I said it probably wasn't a good idea, but then Shendo had a stick, so I mean,
One that he just pulled out of nowhere.
Dumas is
Yeah.
already slowly beginning to like
Eris just
reach
shrugs
out.
and returns to his watch, which is
I
primarily
just-
focused on the ceiling for the fucking
I
cloakers.
hit the stick, just trying to like move it away from the body, and just just like stop it.
I mean, he's just gonna keep trying. But so we're here now, and I don't know if we had any other plans besides like my thing to try to keep getting Carter sent home. Other than that, I think we need to keep going deeper into the cave.
We could
But
Didn't
we
one of
need you.
put something on or attune to something?
Oh, right, the necklace thingy. Who's gonna do that?
I mean, I can give it a try.
we could see if Tomas says identify.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Tomas,
right.
can you identify
Tomas.
this?
That was the yeah.
That's why we came back. Part of the reason. We also wanted to come back and see you. But do you have identify?
Oh, that thing that Cray does?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right, Frere,
guess
you take the necklace
Yeah, okay. I'll do
and
that.
sit down and just figure it out while
And we're
we
gonna
may or may not poke Carter with a stick and or sleep here.
take a short
Figure
rest.
it out.
Or do we want to take a short rest and then continue to explore, or are we just waiting until the end of the day and just going till the next?
I will say that technically it is already the end of the day. You guys have been in here for so long that, like, by daytime hours, it would be nightfall. So if you continue, eventually you will start collecting, well, you will start doing con checks against exhaustion.
New rules.
Who
Or
who
old
knew?
rules.
Like who knew?
Who
Now that I have
knew?
a con save of 5 instead of like 9. But,
Hell yeah.
well, if we're going to rest for the evening, Octavio, why don't you rest inside? I'll maintain watch out here, and it's safer if we're all close and together. And that way, if anything comes from the outside, Eris will be out here, and he only needs the 4 hours of trancing.
I feel like you should probably come inside as well, boy. I don't know. We would rather all be together. They somehow managed to take you away.
What if
We
they eat
won't.
your face and you can't yell?
I will
That
trade
is
off
my
with.
concern.
He'll kind of like look through the doorway, and I'll look over at Frere. It's like I can trade off with Frere when I'm needing to trance, and then I will stay. I will rest in here, but I will not. I would rather have a heads up that they're approaching, and possibly have some sort of advantage to that, than for us all to be in a small room and then be set upon without knowing that they're coming.
I mean, if they don't know the password, they can't come in.
How sturdy does this door look? Like on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like a 2.
Alright. If it will make you all rest easier, I will stay in the room, but he's going to sleep, like, sitting up against the door.
Yeah, you can sit on this side of the door.
I can't
and that way if
see
they break
anything
it,
in the room right now.
that way if they break it, at least you'll be here.
Yes. Alright. Hey, I can actually still kind of see out here. Neat.
Yeah.
Alright, and then we'll do a long rest.
All right, excellent. In which case you are hunkering down. So, you and Freyr are gonna do like switchies for trancing.
Yeah.
So you're kind of keeping watch,
So
as it
did
were.
Eris want to go first on the watch, and then I can trance?
Sure. That sounds good.
Okay, so I'm trancing first.
All right. In which case, Eris, since you're first on watch, go ahead and roll me a perception check as you all settle in for the night. Wow.
Did Dumas poke Carter with the stick?
In the end.
That's right. He did. Oddly enough,
Okay.
nothing happened. Which, like, you turn around at one point, you're like, Dumas, don't do anything stupid. And then, like, 5 minutes later, you turn around and Dumas is just kind of going, eh, eh, eh.
That's
But
fine.
nothing seems to be happening, so.
Well, at least it's not conductive through magical sticks.
Yeah.
That we know of.
Or he's not shocky. And he's just weirdly, like, zappy. But not in a painful way.
Shocky, but not zappy.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Wow, natural 20 perception.
Hell yeah.
Wowee. I am going to, oh boy, how do I honor that? Huh.
You hear and feel everything. You
They
are
come to the
warrior
door
knight.
and then they don't know the password, so they leave.
Right.
Here's the thing. Throughout your 4 hours of watch, as the rest of the party sleeps around you, and you guys are quite packed in here, so it's not exactly comfortable. Like, Dumas is curled up in probably with
I just
Des.
remembered I don't
Yeah.
need to
You don't need to sleep.
I
I was
was gonna
wondering
say,
like
I'm
what you
pretty
were
sure-
doing, but it's fine.
So
I think you still need, like,
I'm
No,
literally
I think you still need to, like, rest, but
Well, I need to do like a light activity, so like I'm
Yeah.
just spending 1 hour with the necklace, and then the rest I'm just gonna be reading my Book of Shadows.
Just
fair
chilling.
enough.
Just
Your
chilling.
invocation.
I guess I would just be standing right here or something.
Awkward.
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 You just
Okay.
pretend to sleep so that Eris has to do his job.
Exactly.
He would do it anyway. It doesn't matter.
I will say that yes, with your natural 20 throughout the night, about an hour after everybody settles in and begins to just kind of go into a deeper sleep, because you are all quite on edge, you hear probably what Dumas was referencing earlier, which is soft skittering, just on the edge of your perception, clearly outside, not close to where you are, but just echoing from somewhere deeper within the cave. Uh, mhm.
No, I was just gonna say he just listens, and if they get louder or closer, then he'll start alerting people. But like if it's
Okay.
just like noises of wildlife moving in the distance, or in this case, undead creatures moving in the
Death-like.
distance, as long as they're not getting close, he's not concerned.
Okay. About like half an hour in, it seems to almost be getting closer, and it's weird. Like, you're kind of estimating with a natural 20, you can tell how close it is, despite the fact that you know that these creatures are supposed to be very careful and very stealthy. But you know that at least one of them moves like to within like 40, 50 feet, and then there's a little bit of like, and then suddenly there's a screech, and it's like two raccoons have gotten into a fight and just goes, and then it quiets down again and it's silent. And then the skittering moves further away.
Cave record.
After,
They're just
Right? That's what they are. They're just trash pandas.
yeah.
they're just playing.
You guys, actually, the final boss here is just a giant ass raccoon.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, you continue to listen. Boy, hold on. I gotta think about what else I can give you on a nat 20.
I mean, if it's just an unattacked rest, I'm good with that too.
No, I'm not worried about like here's the thing that I will tell you immediately. Nothing happens. Nothing comes close enough for you to be like, oh boy, I gotta start getting people up. But you hear a lot of errant activity in here. You hear like the skittering every once in a while, from the direction that you guys have explored, so towards the west, relatively speaking of the map. You also hear some skittering over towards the east, where you haven't really gone into those tunnels very deep yet.
Okay.
You I will say this. I'll give you one more thing, and then I will let you ask any question you want, and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability for a nat 20, because there's really not a lot else I can give you. You hear the soft beating of wings, but not bat wings, bird wings, as if a bird is taking flight. Just once, towards the end of your shift. And then it's silent again. And if you want to know anything beyond that, I will answer one question about
The sounds
Mhm.
that he was hearing, do they
Mhm.
sound? This is going to be really, really specific, but do they sound like they're more echoey coming from the east than the west? Like, is it more open to the east? Can he tell by the way that the things are like reverberating or echoing? If not, that's really specific. It's just
No, that's fair. That's fair. Actually, it reverberates a lot from the north, from like the northeast.
okay. So it's probably more room up there. Okay, cool.
You should have used your question to ask where the hammer was.
I should have. Oh no, my one question to God.
You
Well,
hear a hammer. If a hammer drops in the middle of the cave, do you hear it?
When no one is around.
Yeah.
Eris will just kind of look up at Freyr and just let him know what he heard, errant noises, but that he is going to attempt to get some rest himself, and that if he hears or senses anything growing close, to awaken everybody instantly.
During Eris's shift, do I get anything from the necklace? That was
Oh,
trying
that's
to
actually a
attune
good
to it.
question. You attempt to attune to the necklace, and you cannot attune to it. Roll me another Arcana check. Don't roll shit this time. There
I
we go.
didn't roll shit this
Okay.
time.
So you start to attune to it. You're like, I've never seen anything like this before. So maybe it's like some kind of a cursed object. You're not sure, so you're very careful with it. But by the end of attempting to attune to it, and the more things don't happen, the more comfortable you feel. And eventually, at the end of your 1 hour, you're quite sure that this isn't necessarily like a magical item so much as it is an arcane focus.
Huh.
It is somebody's arcane focus that replaces material components.
Yeah. I mean, it sheds light, so that's nice, I guess.
Just a
Glows
slight
lightly.
little glow.
Tiny flashlight.
But, yep.
And then
Eris
I
will
just, when Eris goes into trance, I just start listening in on the noises, see if anything
Okay.
speaks
Go
out.
ahead and roll me a perception check.
About 5 minutes after you think he's in his trance, he looks up at you and says, "Anything gets close, you wake everybody up." And he closes his eyes and goes into his trance.
All right. All right, with a 19 perception, Freyr, you hear a lot of things that you heard during Eris's shift. Kind of little skittering here and there. Nothing major, nothing that gets extremely close. At one point you hear like an echoing sound of rocks falling, as if something disturbed like a pile of rocks, but again, it's too far away to really concern you. You just know that there's movement in this cave, and it continues to move without you.
The cave is a
Um,
lie, and the cave is alive.
the cave is alive. The
And
cave is
rocks fell and
alive.
everyone died.
Yep. You also get just a brief hint of honestly, you just honestly get a hint of like that scent again that you smelled when you first entered this cave. Seems a lot like your home. Just something nostalgic. It's weird. It's there 1 second and then it's gone.
Seems fine.
All right.
I just stay. Or just open my book of shadows and start reading.
Alrighty then. Your rest finishes
Yeah.
without issue. I will say, actually, Eris, just out of curiosity, roll me a wisdom check.
Ooh.
Not a saving throw,
Not a
just a
save.
check.
Just a check. Just a check. It's 11.
Okay. You're trancing, so it's not a dream. But in your trance, typically, as an elf, you still have to have something to like kind of focus you and center you. And usually your thoughts go to the Raven Queen. And you think back to when you were at the mouth of that initial entry before where you jumped in. You think back to how you saw that raven diving into the darkness where you saw nothing else. And you think back to the sound that you heard of those beating wings. And you're relatively sure that that was probably that same vision, a raven, if it is a raven, if it is real or corporeal. You feel like there's a link between those two.
Yeah. Something to pursue. Okay. Okay.
But that is, I think, about it. Otherwise, yeah, Crescendo, I got nothing on you yet, so you won't be tortured until a little bit later.
Not yet.
Nothing on you
Later.
yet.
Don't worry, we'll get there. You'll get traumatized. You'll get you.
Now,
Right.
here's the thing. He's probably going to be a tool for you to harass everyone because he is purely here to see and experience everything he can, good and bad. So,
Good. Good.
He's here for whatever life may give him.
All right, everybody wakes up. It's not a happy wake up because like the light doesn't change. It's still ominously creepy inside of this house. But you are all awake and you all come to the conclusion that it has probably been about 8 hours and it is probably somewhere in the vicinity of morning up above. So,
Death wards.
yeah,
They're all
the
gone.
death wards are gone. So everybody take off your death ward. Nobody's boarded.
you know that like flute solo that they play when it's like a peaceful morning? The little
Oh,
yeah. Basically, as they get up, Shindo puts his thumb to his lips and he like almost makes like a phone with his hand, and the he's using it as a flute, and he's just playing that to like soothingly wake everyone up, but also so that he can cast mage armor on himself.
Smart.
Very smart.
I love it.
Eris gets up and stretches, cracks a whole bunch of joints and bones.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's right. I also had this strange book from the pile of bodies. I don't remember much about the strange book from the pile of bodies.
I think you already kind of got what you got out of that. It was the redder leather scrap
Yeah.
that was posted in the chat before. It was mostly mold eaten. It was like a wizard's
That's
spell
what it
book.
was. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well, before we leave, I've got, I guess, one more shot to try this.
Eris will
If
come
you
over
want
and
to help.
I will offer whatever aid I may. He'll hold out one hand.
Okay. So you are going to attempt to aid in casting, I'm guessing, divine intervention in order
Yes.
to
Send Carter home.
send Carter home. Okay. And I think you did write like a little note on him.
Yeah, I left a note for
so
Cray.
that Cray doesn't just
Yeah, and the diamond for him to find somebody if we don't come back to resurrect him.
Okay.
He might know somebody. Who knows? Like I've said before, they both might be gone when you guys get back. Like, we'll see. But who knows?
Who knows? All right. In which case I will do this like I said last time. Go ahead and Des is rolling me the D100, but because Eris is assisting and he is there, I will say -5 to whatever you roll.
I hit a 15.
Please help. This is very important, and I mean, it would mean a lot. Please. Yes.
6!
Hell yeah.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Holy
And with the -5.
shit!
-5, 1.
That's a 1.
That's
Hell
a
I
yeah.
cannot believe you fucking pulled it off. Hot
I didn't
damn!
think it was gonna happen.
Wow.
I didn't think it was gonna work either, especially
Hell
after getting
yeah.
a 13 on the
Right?
other one. Like, whew.
After getting so close last time, I was just like, I'm gonna get like an 85 or something.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So Eris and Des both crouch over Carter's body, and you see them both begin to pray. It's a long process. Not, an hour long or anything, but still it takes a while. And suddenly the atmosphere in this tiny hovel that you're in grows significantly colder, but it almost feels good. It's like a breath of fresh air where you all haven't realized it yet necessarily, but you all feel like you've been underwater, and suddenly you get that rush of oxygen into your brain, and you're like, oh, this is what being conscious actually feels like. And there's suddenly both Eris and Des feel the same sensation, though they don't know it, but they feel they feel like hands on their shoulders. And Des, you specifically hear a whisper in your ear since you're the one conducting this. A familiar voice of the Raven Queen, once again, a lot closer than you experienced it before when you were walking into this cave, but she just whispers to you, there is something strange here. Do not trust easily. This, too, will be a danger to you. And then immediately you see that the cloak, sorry, Eris, the cloak that you wrapped up Carter in, unfortunately, just like wraps tighter around him, and the feathers all grow from the part that's the cloak, actually, and he's just a cocoon of black feathers, and suddenly there's a flash of darkness, and Carter's gone.
I think that's a great visual aesthetic for him. That the thing that everyone had seen most of him, like, you can now see his his sheath on his back, his weapon, everything, because most of it's hidden under his cloak. But when he wrapped it in Carter, that was what he hoped would happen.
Yes. Take a break, Carter. Love you.
I just do a slow applause. Like, that was very impressive. Very impressive.
Eris looks down at Des. You truly are. I see why she sent me to you.
Freyr, as they're looking deeply into each other's eyes, Freyr just like comes in, like how the camera is like,
Like it from the side, like in the middle between both of them.
You see Freyr in between them, just like going like, are they gonna kiss? Are they gonna do it? Are they gonna kiss?
There really isn't any romantic anything in Eris's face. It's honestly what you would see in Eris's face right now is the most deepest awe and reverence.
He should be okay, right? Did she say anything to you too?
I did not hear her voice, but I did feel her presence.
Oh, she said things are weird, and this was, wait, I think, oh, no, what did she say? That this was also dangerous?
She says, I will help out here, G, because remember, I know. She said specifically that there is something strange afoot here, and not to trust easily. And then towards Carter, she said, this too is dangerous, and he's better farther away from you, before she whisked them away.
He's a ticking time bomb of electricity, you know.
Yeah. Crazy's about to get an electrical shock, and then he's gonna have a really, like, he was having an okay time. He's starting to get things together. He's probably started working on his new Steel Defender, doing things. No, it's not so much. But
I almost want to like RP like Cray being like, all right, Savid, I really feel like, things are looking up, turn around.
Please, please do it.
I mean, I'm always down to
do like a
Craze
really quick
anytime, but
sure, yeah. Hold on.
Elsewhere, what you don't see.
Yes.
Elsewhere,
exactly.
what you don't see.
please.
Wait. Hold on.
So excited.
Where's
And by
motherfucking
excited,
Carter?
I mean
Yeah.
sad because
Yeah.
Trey's about to be very sad.
Yeah, he is.
Oh no, hold on. We gotta get Carter in there. None of you are there. Don't worry about it.
I'm
and
here.
it's like early morning, right?
It's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
It's like
7
near
a.m.
dawn. Yeah, so all right, Savid. They're gonna be showing up anytime. We gotta get all of the morning food prepared. Here, let me get this to your way. And he starts like picking up some scraps of steel. And he's like, sorry, I spread out during the night, and we're not.
Yeah,
cooking.
I can see that. I don't mind. Just, maybe not on top of the stove, because I kind of gotta use that to cook.
But it's such a good source of low heat. You're
What
right.
do you
should.
need low heat for? What are you, slow cooking your swords? What is this even? And he like picks up a scrap of metal that looks like it's been Frankenstein. It's like a piece of an eye, a piece of like an eyeglass.
You don't be careful. You gotta be careful with that. You just give right here, just please.
What does this even do? What does this even? He like puts it up to his eye. This is stupid. This is. Wait a minute. Pulls it away from his eye.
Yeah.
What the hell is
Actually, I
this?
can see.
Yeah.
Puts it back over his eye.
He starts
Savid needs
explaining.
glasses.
Yeah, it's basically just a refractive lens for the steel defender, and in the mid description is probably where Carter shows. Because one of his biggest traits from the beginning has always been that he just talks, and so he probably just starts going into a very long-winded explanation about the detailed intricacies of concaved lenses and
Savid's like half listening, but not really. He's used to Cray, so he's just doing the thing where he's like, huh, and he's pulling the lens away from his eye and back over his eye.
I need glasses.
That's actually why he's been rolling so shit this whole time.
Does it help? Because I have known some people, and he kind of looks up, points up at his goggles, that have special types of goggles that can help, like, fix images. I could probably try to slap something together for you, but I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about, but what is that thing on your face? Do you have stubble? And he, like, reaches forward and begins to, like, poke your face and goes, whoa. Whoa, that's weird. Whoa, your hair has so much hair? What the hell? What the hell? He like starts turning around, and as he's turning around to look, suddenly it goes dark for a second, and there's a big like wind picking up indoors. The fire in your forge and on the stove suddenly dies out, and it's like somebody drew a cloak across the entire room, and you're both just in complete darkness, and then goes, and then the light comes up again. And in the middle of the room is a dark shape wrapped in a familiar feather cloak.
He will look over at Savid.
Savid just looks back at him and goes, did you do that?
No. That was not me. Now, having been a subject of Dessa's magic in the past, would he recognize the
Yeah, he would
general
probably
aesthetic?
recognize. Yeah.
I think this was either Des or...
Wait, should Des? And he like rushes forward.
No. Actually, he wouldn't know, because it might be Des, and Cray is kind of probably thinking the same thing, that maybe like it could be Des. He's thinking it's Eris, and that's why it's wrapped in the cloak.
Yeah, like
croak, I know.
Croak. Actually, can you roll initiative? Because like Savid is already there, and he's gonna grab it and unwrap
Roll
it.
initiative to get fucked up by electricity.
Token that I have of Savid. Saying,
6.
Oh boy, hold on.
Hey Savid, we're still alive. It's gonna take some extra time for us to be here. And don't be too surprised, but you may be receiving a package that's
halfway through that, Savid gets electrocuted.
I mean, hold on a second.
Is that actually gonna happen?
Probably.
Yeah, Savid is like hardly listening. He's like, fucking shit. And as he unwraps it, he sees Carter's face for a second, and he's like, oh, thank God. Oh, shit. And like, there's just a small explosion. And you both are pushed back. And honestly, you're actually close enough to him. If you had grabbed, I don't know, I'll leave it up to you. Would you have grabbed Savid, or would you be touching any part of the body?
He'd probably try to stop Savid from rushing into things, yeah.
Okay, then you also take 25 points of
Okay.
of lightning damage.
Ah, well, that's familiar. Haven't missed that. Is Savid okay?
Fucking damn it. Yeah, Savid's just like he's been blown back towards the stove, and one of the pans like rolls off, like falls off of the wall and hits him on the way down for a little bit more damage. But he just shakes out his hand, looks at you, and goes, "All right, that's quite a present." Oh, wait, did you hear? Did you hear the other dude talking to you before the?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, we're Des and Eris kind of did a thing together, and they.
Are you still talking?
Yeah, I'm still talking because there's no limit to them. I'm basically sending a message to him.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just like saying like, yeah, it's like saying Des and Eris did a thing together, and I
Oh, they're
guess
alive.
when you know, yeah, that's
They did a
Carter.
thing together.
They did a thing together. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm sure Savid wants to hear that.
It's not really intentional because it's a heavy moment, but like because Freyr doesn't know what exactly they did.
You just get back the angriest. Did they play cards?
Actually, can Savid respond?
Hold on.
I don't think he can.
I don't think he can either. Where is it?
But like Cray just sees Savid suddenly like put a hand to his ear like he's listening on a walkie-talkie or like a Bluetooth and go, "Oh, okay, no, they're alive? What do you mean they did a thing together? What? What?
Where is
They
it?
did a what? Why is Carter what?" Oh, okay.
I'm trying to find it. Hold on.
Trying to find the note here.
Right. I wrote it
Okay,
somewhere.
I found it. I found it.
You gain the ability
kinda-
to speak to any individual whose token you possess as long as they are on the same plane.
So I guess he can answer back.
Ray'll just fold up the note and sigh really heavily. Let's go put him to bed. They'll be back within the next few days, hopefully, and if not, we can go try to find help, and he'll hold up the diamond.
Savid just kind of blinks back to him and can go, wait, what happened? What's wrong with Carter?
He didn't make it.
But he just saw no, he's fine. He just shocked us. He's
No.
He's fine.
We need to put him somewhere where he can stay safe, because if he's still shocking people, then Zrenhal is still in there. And if Zrenhal is still in there, then...
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. All right.
So,
private room for him. No visitors allowed.
no, he'll just stay in his bed. We'll go put him in his room with me, and I'll keep my eye on him. And I can.
Are you sure that's a good idea? You've also got to. He kind of mentions, like, motions to his forehead, does a little like loopy thing.
Pray not.
Is that safe if you're there with him?
I don't see how it's any less safe.
Okay.
Whether he's across the hall or in the room with me, you're not going to be able to stop me if Kramata doesn't hold up his end of the deal and rides my meat suit to victory.
Right. Wow. That makes me feel better. Shit. What's his name? Freyr was telling me something important. Yeah. Can I see the note?
Yeah, and he'll hand the note out, and it reads, Cray, Carter needs a break. Please watch over him. We'll be back within the 10 days. If not, please go to Ava.
10 is also scribbled out and 9 is written.
Okay.
Because it took us one day.
It took us an extra day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Tell him I'm so sorry.
Okay.
But
So he just kind of
small.
frowns, hands it back to you, and goes, "All right,
Upstairs.
All right.
And then
Upstairs we go."
we gotta get the tavern ready for breakfast, because we still gotta feed the people.
Start to the morning.
Yep.
Savid will like gently reach out with his foot and like tap Carter's foot with his own foot to check if he's still conductive. Yeah.
It only ever happens the once a day. It seems he just builds it up as he rests.
Never say never.
That's true.
That's what I learned with you all. All
That's
right,
very
let's
true.
go.
And we bring him up and put him in his bed.
Okay. Yep. All right. And with that, which
Ooh, poor Cray.
Poor Savid.
Savid was having his freak out. Cray just did not hear any of it. He was just like, "What? No
Yeah.
noises?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Des and Eris did a thing? They played cards?
Did they play cards?
All right. Well, back in the cavern.
Now that he's got, now that he knows he needs glasses, maybe he'll actually be able to land some shots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's pretty interesting. We'll have to do some tests.
He can borrow Carter's glasses.
Here's the thing,
Yeah.
you guys. I actually came up with this headcanon like approximately 2 months ago and have just never had the chance to pose it. And when
Hell
Cray
yeah.
said that, like, hey, maybe I can build maybe I can build Savine something so that he can shoot better, and I was like, yeah, some fucking glasses. He's probably nearsighted.
Glasses. You have stubble? And Cray's like, I always have stubble. I don't shave every. What?
The world isn't just blurry?
Nonsense.
What?
Just
Okay,
imagine
well,
how he's gonna react when he can finally see Des clearly.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
Face paint.
Yeah.
High definition.
Well, back in
High
our
definition
tiny
terror.
hole.
Yep.
It seems like, from what I was hearing last night, the cavern opens up to the northeast. And since things were so tight and unfriendly to the northwest, perhaps we check that way today?
Sure.
Before we leave, any chance I can do my ritual for a token?
Yeah. Okay. I haven't done it yet, so I guess I'll do it.
Alrighty.
Did you make a new heart token for Shendo?
Oh, I did not.
Oh no, you monster! Now you know what you have to do this week.
Yep.
How dare you?
Earth, I'm gonna need you to send me Shendo's favorite color, and I'll just put a G-clef in the middle.
It's very monochromatic.
Yeah.
Like literally, even his skin is just a like shade of gray. Everything but the gauntlet on his arm is very just black and white.
Maybe I'll do half black, half white.
You're running out of shades of black and white.
I mean, anyway,
that's what it
I'll
is.
start.
Yeah.
I'll start doing the my 1-minute ritual with Des.
Eris will poke his head out and check to see if there are any immediate threats around the hovel.
Okay.
Once the
Go ahead and roll me another perception check.
Oh boy.
20.
Ooh, jeez.
Hell yeah, dude, get it.
Dirty 20.
Wow, what's going on with you? Yeah, actually, now that you've like figured out
Paranoid.
that this, yeah, you are paranoid. You've seen like cloakers, and you're like, okay, what other shit lives over here?
Else is here. Nothing I like.
He's motivated. He got it. Like he had an encounter with his goddess again. You know.
He did. He did.
Yeah.
So yeah, you look out, look both ways. You
And get hit
don't
by a car.
see. There's a bus that just goes through.
No, it's a semi or it's a truck, and it's just time to get isekai, bitch.
You are kind of already isekai. That's kind of the whole point of Barovia.
A little bit.
Either way, you don't see anything specific. There's no movement that you can hear.
Well, once Freyr's ritual is done, he'll nod to everyone. It's clear for the moment. Just everybody stay close. How sneaky are you, Shendo? Should we try to?
I'm pretty sneaky.
It might be worth it to try to sneak if the majority of us are capable. We can.
Don't do what you and Carter just did that got him killed.
Yes. No. We'll stay together. Everybody.
Please.
Give me about 15 feet, and everybody stay that far. Stay behind me, and we'll all proceed as carefully and quietly as we can.
I finished the ritual, and it's this bright yellow.
What does my heart look like?
It's a bright yellow heart with the raven symbol. It's like, that's
it's pretty.
Unexpected. Maybe it's because you're bright and cheery.
Shendo's just poking at it. Like, what the hell is this?
It's
Ouch!
part of my
Don't poke
power.
my heart.
doesn't hurt you, Des.
It hurts me emotionally.
I then just reduce it down to the little bead and add it to my bracelet.
Did you do that with Carter? Is his broken?
No, you never did Carter's.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
never did Carter's because
Because Carter was gonna shock him, so he
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean,
Yeah, we did all the NPCs first. You got
Yeah.
you got
according-
Demas and
according
Savine.
to the
Great.
ability, I'm
No, you
able
didn't
to
have
do it on a corpse, but it had to be within the last 10 minutes of them dying,
Whoops.
and that was
Well, that's
we
I
were already
mean-
way past that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no.
You think a corpse's heart looks different than a regular person?
I've seen a corpse's heart, and it depends on the damage that made it a corpse.
Hmm.
But I can't go out the door.
Oh, that's right. You're trapped. I was
I'm
like,
not
man,
leaving.
you guys are taking your time. Sorry.
No, I'm sitting here trying to drag myself against it. Like,
Let me out. Let me out.
It's that noise that you get in Pokemon when you try to bump against a wall. It's going doom, 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 doom.
Yep.
All right, everybody can come out of the house now.
You can come out of the closet.
Keep the shadows. Give me about 10 to 15 feet. Head and stay within sight. And then we'll start heading up to the whatever the first branch is. Kind of just following whatever this track is, I guess.
Okay. Slowly, I think Octavio's probably going to kind of stay in the back. But actually, that's a good idea. I was just about to ask you to roll stealth.
7.
Yes.
6.
Okay. The 16's a maybe. Moss and
Octavio.
Octavio rolled a 7.
Also,
Okay,
we are
that's
bringing Dumas
great.
with us now because he doesn't
Yes.
have to stay in there. So
Dumas rolled an 18. So
Dumas.
half and half.
half and half. It is
Depends
pretty
on if a
evenly
16
split.
passes, yeah.
I'm just
16 will-
like going.
16 will
"Don't
do.
be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
You're not making
Suspicious.
too much
Be
noise.
suspicious."
That being said, you guys are kind of like the only things that you have encountered so far here that are, regular humans, so regardless. And you also have Octavio who has like a lantern with him.
I couldn't
Can't
have gone
fucking
this
see.
way
I was about to
in-
say, like, Shendo, can you see in the dark?
Yes.
Okay, so it's only Octavio.
It's just Octavio.
I also
Should've
just
taken
got
Carter's
light
glasses.
built in, so if you need it, Octavio, I can hook you up.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, that might be useful. I'm not sure if you want me to. I can certainly turn off my lantern, if that's easier.
We should have borrowed Carter's glasses for you. I didn't think about it because I kind of didn't want to take anything from him because that seemed mean.
That's
I mean, the dude can't use it.
understandable. Yes.
Carter's not going to be dead for long. You'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Well, he kind of looks around. Does this large atrium look empty? Are we alone in here?
Roll a perception check.
Thank you.
Why not?
Are we alone?
Are we alone? That's 20. I didn't have advantage, but it's still a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You look around. Yes, for the time being, you don't see any movement directly within your line of sight.
He'll kind of just motion for everyone to group up here and start pointing around. There are many different passageways that branch off from here into a multitude of different directions. Do we continue following the tracks, or?
I guess. I mean, any bridge over stuff would probably be on the tracks again, right?
That's what I would believe, yes.
So we following the tracks.
Yep, so we'll go up to this. Oh, does it continue off in this, or? Okay, it does. It looked like it ended. As soon as I dropped my token right there, I was like, oh cool, it's just a dead end with the tracks, because the tracks ended.
The tracks do end, yeah. So like you guys are going through this cavern slowly, bit by bit. There's an ending where Dumas is standing. The tracks seem to just end. They just didn't lay anymore after that. And also where you are heading in the direction where Eris is going, the tracks also just seem to end rather abruptly, really.
Well, so much for that idea.
I mean, the cavern continues on, so we could keep going
Guess.
in the direction,
Maybe,
or we
yeah,
could.
maybe this way. Seems the most open, at least.
It's as good a choice as any.
Immediately ends again.
No, you have to come up to where I am. He kind of like looks back. No,
Ah, okay.
there's a passageway in the shadows here, and he kind of steps into the shadows and disappears from everyone's view.
Oh God.
Wait, come back. Don't go away. It's
Baby,
dark.
come back.
Stay in view.
There's something up here. Another building? Is that what? Stone wall and those like bales of hay?
Roll me
Maybe
another
that's
perception
the
check.
house.
Dirty 20.
Another 20, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
20.
So there's a couple of things that you see. So where Des is standing, you are up once again up against a wall that kind of not a wall, sorry. It's not a wall. It's another one of those like raised things where you have to climb up. It's
Ledge.
about a
Oh.
ledge. So it's about 7, 8, 10 feet ish up. And on the left, towards here, you do actually see a stone wall of what looks to be another like rest house, like a mining rest house essentially. Um
I mean,
I also
you're
picked.
coming up.
I picked up the locate object. Did you want me to try that?
sure. We have a
I mean, we know it's a
decent
hammer.
Just look
But I
for a
can ping any hammer.
vampirism curing hammer.
Yeah, but I mean, how many hammers do you think are hidden around in the mine? A lot?
A lot.
Wait, maybe a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot.
Oh, well, uh,
It's still
I'll
worth a
try it anyways because it lasts for 10 minutes at least, so I can just kind of like wander around.
Are there any? This isn't a door, right? But there, it looks like
That
something
is
over.
not a door, no. That is a window, and it is so like dusted over with coal and just dust that it's impossible to see inside.
And is that a fence, like directly in
It
front of
is
me?
not a fence. It is actually like a support beam.
Oh, okay, okay. So
So
it's
it's just something that goes over the ceiling. Yeah, sorry,
gotcha.
those are like
No,
kind
no,
of
no. It's the
confusing.
perspective. Yeah. As
Yep.
soon as you said it, it shifted in my mind. So he'll walk over because I think that's a door, right? I can't because the lighting is so dark visioned. It's
Yep.
cool because I can't exactly tell.
Over here, yes, with your previous 20, you do see that there appears to be a door. It's kind of on its side. Like it has already been torn off its hinges and just been replaced haphazardly in there. But it does appear to be a door. With your locate object, do you have to be like familiar or how are you describing it, I
I'm
suppose?
doing alternatively, the spell can locate nearest object of a particular kind, such as apparel, jewelry, food, furniture, tool, weapon. I'm gonna do like a hammer weapon.
A hammer weapon.
Yeah.
I wonder if because it is a
Technically, you
mine.
could use any
All
hammers
hammers
as a
are
weapon.
weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do get a ping. You get a ping, in fact, from inside this place that you've discovered here, tucked away.
There's a door over
You said
this way.
You said there's a window here.
There is a window here, but it is covered in like soot and
Can she like
dust.
scramble up on top of these little hay bales and try to like brush the?
Yeah, they
Crush
squish
it.
under your boots. They are very rotted.
No,
But
no,
yes.
no. I hate that. Oh God, I can smell it. I can.
That's exactly what it smells like.
Give her a hand and prestidigitation that away for her.
Okay. All right. You're prestidigitating the window, or
Yeah, the grime so she can look through.
okay.
She'll like shove her face against the window and try to look in there.
Okay. Just for funsies, I'm gonna kind of put you halfway through here so you can see.
Hell yeah.
You see that there is like a row of beds in here. They are all darkened with mold. There's like some mushrooms that are growing in the far corner through one of the pillows. These have been here for a long, long time. They're simple beds. They're just essentially straw mats covered with something that used to be cotton that is now just completely eaten through. The walls are kind of like sagging under the weight of the stone where they're shoved up against. This used to be perhaps like a resting point for the people who used to work here, but it looks very much abandoned, and that's as much as you can see.
Did I see the hammer that pinged?
You haven't. Well, yeah, it keeps going for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's pinged from very close by the window, but you didn't see a hammer.
Okay, then she'll run over to the door and
Okay.
wait for Eris to open it.
Eris will carefully open the door, and with his right hand, the way his weapon sheaths, it looks counterintuitive because it's upside down. The handle for his weapon is actually down at the bottom, like right hand side of his hip, and it just looks like a scimitar that's mounted upside down on his back. And as he unsheaths it, he flips it, and the two blades that are kind of looped over each other unfold and click into the large revenant blade. But he'll have his weapon in hand and push the door open.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, because Shendo's currently standing over there. Shendo, you have dark vision, right?
Yep. Yes, I do.
Out of curiosity, roll me a perception check.
Roll that 20.
Yeah, roll a 20.
Oh.
Hey.
Okay. And actually, Freyr as well, if you want to roll me a 20. Since you're over
20.
in that general area as well. Okay.
Almost a 20.
Dang.
Almost a 20. Both of you, Shendo notices it first, and he kind of glances at the wall and then squints as if he's looking at something, and Freyr, you look over there as well, and both of you notice at the same time that there's something scrawled into the wall. And I'm going to send you a little picture on the Discord.
On the Discord.
It's
down there.
Okay.
Hey guys.
The hammer.
Guys, it's down
Right?
there.
Yeah, we know the hammer's down there.
Is any of this downhill? Like any direction downhill?
Honestly, like this part is a little bit downhill because there's water pooling in here from a pipe that used to perhaps have water. It's no longer running. This part is a little bit downhill. This part is a little bit downhill. This whole house is generally uphill from everything else.
I like rub my finger on the T, like rubbing it down, and like trying to see like what type of, like, if it was like written in blood or.
It looks like it was carved in there. It looks like it was carved. There's like divots. Somebody took something large, perhaps a weapon, perhaps just a hammer or a chisel, and just carved it into the rock.
A hammer, you say?
Hammer.
Sorry, I
So many hammers.
maybe.
Give me the hammer.
Hammers.
Get the hammer.
Eris, you kick down the door, push the door. What are you doing?
Gently push the door open with his left hand.
It literally doesn't even take a lot. You just push against it, and the door just goes and like collapses inward.
He nods.
Oh, that.
Effective.
Okay.
All right. Seems empty. Still keeps his weapon in hand and kind of circles around.
There's a hammer in here somewhere. I don't know if it's the hammer we're looking for, but
This is another word we can't just walk through the door, huh?
Yeah.
you just gotta kind of shove your token against the door and check on. We'll pull you through.
They did this themselves. It's their fault.
Yep.
That's true. I did this also for Ravenloft, so I am prepared for
good.
my own suffering.
Oh no.
All right.
Dust will run in and look for the hammer.
All right, go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Can Eris assist?
Yes.
I will
You
help you
too
look.
can root through a lot
Are
of
there any torches?
I have a 0 to my investigation,
7.
so yeah.
How
Yeah.
You guys are like rooting through. You're kicking. All of this is covered in a layer of dust. It looks like nobody's been here for a while.
I mean, my locate object should help a little bit.
I will say that yes. So like, you know what? Yeah, it's fine. You didn't roll a fucking 1. You do have locate object inside of one of these treasure. Like they're not treasure chests. They're just
treasure.
Chests. You throw open one of them, and you do see that it is just chock full of workers' hammers.
Wow! Look.
And
hammers.
other mining
These are
tools. I know how mining
these
works.
are the hammers we're looking for.
Well, no,
Is
but
it-
we do need to tick every box.
Are you sure though? Have you swung the
Right?
hammer yet?
Do they see magical? Who can see magic stuff?
Before we
Not
start
me.
going down that road, we know the hammer we're looking for is underground, not in a box.
Dumas is
Maybe
like, I can see magic stuff. What?
Maybe they dug it up. Is there anything magic in here, Dumas?
Hold on a second. And he starts to rub his eyes really hard, like you do when you're trying to like shove your eyeballs back
See
and see
stars.
like, yeah, see stars. And then he like pulls his claws away from his eyes, and his eyes are kind of weird looking, and it looks like you can see stars in them. And he's going to cast detect magic, which I'm pretty sure he has. Yes, he does. I didn't see it for a second there. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh
Never
no!
mind. He does. He looks around the room and he goes, wow, you guys are really magical. Oh,
Aw,
yeah,
thank you.
you guys are all magical.
In
Anyway,
this
what do
left
you look?
arm is like a fucking spotlight right now.
Yeah, he looks at the new guy and he's like, what the fuck is going on with that?
What?
Not you. Oh, well, you're also really weird.
The newer new guy.
The newer guy. Wow. Anyway, walks between your legs and like goes under them, goes towards the desk and goes, what am I looking for?
Anything magic in this house
Other than us.
besides us? Yeah.
Yeah, he scans around. Looks about a couple of times and just goes, not seeing a lot. Oh, huh.
What?
Interesting. And then he goes over to one of the cots, like in this one, and he like touches it gently and then begins to root underneath it. And he comes back out and he's clutching a bag.
A bag?
Does it have
It's not full of
numbers on
poop,
it?
right?
A bag.
Bag. No. He just kind of yanks it out. It looks like a regular backpack, but it's got like weird bulbous. I don't know what to call them. They look like half marbles on the front. It's got like a weird, interesting little like design. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you a little picture. Hold on. I just have to edit out the thing,
Thing's name, yeah.
the name, so that you guys don't see what the fuck it's called before you find some way to identify it. Wow, I am totally doing such a good job of this. Hold on. Looks kind of like this. Oh, it's going. There it is.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What is that?
Looks cool. It's got a little
Spiders.
spider eyes on the back.
That's cute. I like it. What is
As
it,
you're
Dumas?
looking at it, suddenly all of the eyes blink in tandem.
Oh. I
Is
don't
it a
know if I
liquid
like it as
bag?
much.
I'm like stepping away from it.
Is,
I'm just like,
is
oh
it,
my
is
god,
it
oh my
like
god, oh
my
my god, oh
glove
my
and he
god, oh my
holds
god.
his hand up and all the eyes open on his little like hand
Oh.
wrapping? Is it like this?
Aw. Why does everything have eyeballs suddenly?
I'm freaking out.
Dumas, what is it?
I don't know. It was glowing. It's magical.
Okay.
Kind of
Here.
takes it and looks inside and goes, Little roots around. Goes, it's just kind of, there's nothing really in here. It's a little bit of lint. A little bit of lint. Kind of like, is physically fighting to get something out of the bag, but it seems to be stuck.
Are you sure it's lint and not like spider silk? It looks like it's got eyes.
Kind of pulls his claws back out, looks at him, goes, yeah, it kind of seems like spider silk.
Weird.
That does give
It's
me
fucking cool.
ideas.
Put it on. Wear it, little guy.
Aw, Dumas with the tiny spider backpack. I love it.
That's
We
actually
just need
adorable.
one of those like preschooler hats that kids in Japan wear.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to draw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
As soon as he puts the backpack on, I keep saying Shindo's gonna wave his hand like a conductor does with a baton, and his rapier's gonna appear. He's gonna cast minor illusion and put that little hat on Dumas for him.
Hell yeah.
Dumasa grabs the straps and goes, "Oh, this is kind of interesting. Oh, it's kind of this is weird, you guys. And he like holds both of his hands up, and it looks like the backpack has kind of like clung to him.
Aw, it's so cute. It's not eating you, is it? That's less cute.
It's a little sticky, but it's not eating me yet.
Okay.
If it
It's a
starts to
good
hurt,
sign,
let one of us know immediately.
Yeah.
right?
All right.
Or if you feel like spiders on you, and that would be gross also.
That
No,
too.
just a heads up. I don't know what it is. If it's anything like my glove, you might have a hard time taking it off.
Uh-oh.
Oh, can you take it off?
And he kind of begins to slowly pull it away. And it does come off.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
It
cool.
kind of
Good.
like, but it's weird because like when it disattaches itself, it almost does it in this weird like fashion where it's not Dumas taking it off, it just kind of releases him.
Huh. Okay,
Okay,
we'll put it back on. That's a good sign,
it lets you go. That's
right?
pretty
I'm gonna
fucking
let him
cool,
go
to be
for
honest.
now.
What if
Huh.
we put something in it? And Dessa like rummaged through her backpack real quick. I got man, not a lot. Here, I don't know what this is in my backpack. I just have sending stone question mark.
Oh, that's the sending stone that Dumas gave you that you have to put in your mouth to use.
Oh, right.
Yes.
The mouth
Okay.
sending stone.
I mean, I guess I'll keep that. Hold on. Here's a random necklace with a moon on it.
Okay.
And she'll like pick that out of her bag and then try to put it in the backpack that Dumas has.
Okay. Yeah, you drop it in there. Nothing
Okay.
seems to happen. It goes,
If I reach back in, can I take it back out?
Here's the thing.
There it is. There it is.
Give me 1 sec.
Okay. I mean, this is what we're testing.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
I legitimately don't know what this thing is. I've never
yeah, me
seen
neither.
a.
Roll me a strength check
When you said
Oh,
backpack at
good.
first, I thought it was
with
a
disadvantage.
Bag of
Oh, good.
no, handy haversack,
Ooh,
but they don't have eyes.
surprisingly high for
There
me.
are a bunch of living items, so that was what Shindo was thinking.
So you kind of reach in there and you realize that as you're grabbing up the necklace, it's still in there. But you realize that there's something else on top of it, and you grab it and you begin to pull, and something pulls taut, like it has been attached to the inside of the bag. And you're
Heck,
like,
hello?
huh. And you're like yanking it out slowly.
Gimme.
Is it
And
like
What is
it
pulling
does
this?
come
Dumas whenever she pulls since it's on him?
no, he doesn't seem to be reacting. He's like, "Did you get it? What? Did you lose it?
Hold on.
What's
Hold
going on
on.
back there?"
I don't know what this is. What is this?
Well, I thought it was the necklace. What are you doing? And you're kind of like pulling it out, and you glance at your hand, and it's covered in spider webs that are like surprisingly strong. And as you're doing this, and you're like, "There's something on this," Dumas just goes, "Uh, wait, hold on. Just grab it out of there. It's fine." And then
Trying.
as soon as he says that, the webs just relax and fall back and turn into regular spider webs.
Oh. I
That's so
think
cool.
maybe if you put something in there and then since you are the owner of it, Dumas, you have to let people take it, otherwise it sticks.
Huh.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
kind of cool.
Nobody can like steal stuff from you.
Yeah. Nice.
The
Wait, you're sure you don't want it?
backpack?
Yeah.
I mean, I could. I thought you wanted it.
I mean, it's cool, but I got a bag of holding already. Well, I guess you guys are using it right now. Yeah, I guess I'll keep it for now.
Yeah, you hold on to it until we give your bag back, and then I'll trade you.
Fair trade. Kind of gives you a little thumbs up. And the bag, as you're kind of like releasing grabbing the necklace out of there, the bag blinks again. All of the eyes now slightly out of like order, like they're not all doing it at the same time. It's like
Weird.
Interesting.
But it's kind of cute. I could grow to like it.
No,
Well,
no.
shall we go and try to
Yes, let's go.
find what we're looking for?
We found a cute spider backpack. I call that a win, at least for part of what we were doing. Not the hammer part, but it's the winning part of finding
And
cool
it's got
stuff.
built-in anti-theft. Come on, that's fucking
Right?
cool.
It's pretty cool.
I don't like
Even
it.
trap their hands in it. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
I caught you web-handed.
Out of character, whenever Desk gets it, you could put the book in there so that it can't be stolen.
That would,
Hey,
yeah.
Yeah.
that's smart.
I thought about it. But yeah, whenever we trade these, put my stuff in there and then trap people's arms in there.
Oh
fair
yeah,
enough.
That'd be cool.
we could suffocate somebody by putting their head in it and not letting them pull it out.
Your head is mine now. Into the bag.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, hold on. You can't move back and forth if you want to get out. I gotta grab you. You're like the Sims at the edge of the pool, and I have taken away the ladder.
Yep, exactly. Well,
I gotta say though, real quick, I don't want to interrupt, but we, without a grid, we have a strong knack for overlapping each other perfectly.
Yep.
Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah, like constantly somehow.
we
Even
keep
with
moving
the
to the
grid.
exact same place. Well, the grid, it makes more sense because you snap to the grid. When you can literally go anywhere, it's really weird when like we both move and I end up like that on Shenmue.
Yeah.
You know, or you move like that. We're both just moving in jerked emotions, and yeah.
At least we can
It's
drop our
hilarious.
tokens.
Well,
Yeah.
we can either continue looking around this way, or there was it did say down, and there was the. Didn't we pass that cliff drop off? That was a drop off over here, right? No, that was a climb up.
It was a climb up that you didn't see what was beyond it. But
No,
yeah.
we didn't explore
Yeah.
that. I thought for a second it was a drop down, but it was a climb up. So,
And there's no hammers buried underneath it's down there carving, right?
And Rictavio,
Well,
who's
I
standing
mean-
over there, kind of like looks down at the ground and kicks it a little bit with his boot and goes, "We can certainly try digging. I'm
Well,
not against
Dess'll
it."
like kneel down on the ground and like put her face like all the way down as close as I can to get as far as I can for the 1,000 feet.
You're looking for hammers still? Oh, that's right, because your thing is active. Hold on, let me check a
just have your
thing. Let me
face in
check
the
a thing.
dirt.
How far does it go? How far does it go? It's something
1,000.
crazy
1,000
like
feet.
motherfucker. Wow, hold on. I gotta think about something for a second here.
There's something terrifying down there, you guys.
Here's the thing. You don't get any pings on hammers.
Okay.
But
You do get a weird interference. Like, you're looking for it and you're kind of focusing all of your energy down there, and there's just a weird static, like the further you push in with your consciousness, going hammer, 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 and then just goes like there's too much information, almost.
What the hell?
How far down until you could no longer sense?
Until my brain got static.
About halfway, like 500 feet.
That is a long way
500.
to dig. And this is hard rock. There has to be another way down, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there is, but it wasn't even like, I don't know, it's just I got about 500 feet and then something's like almost blocking my magic.
what about
Thinking
the
about it,
mist
actually,
that we keep seeing
that's
on the bridges?
true.
Maybe. Do you think that just goes everywhere?
I mean, the bridges that we've been jumping across have it flowing beneath it like a river or magma beneath the earth, perhaps.
I guess,
Something
yeah.
similar, and you just cannot. There isn't anything further to sense, so we can at least determine that for the next 500 feet in this location, there are no hammers.
Okay. I guess we go down.
So this way.
Wherever down is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's try to proceed carefully again, and just like we did before, everyone stay roughly together and give me about 10 to 15 feet.
Come on, Dumas. She takes, Des takes Dumas by the hand and keeps with him.
Okay.
We are head
Dumas
down.
will go after you. Sorry, give me 1 second. How far down are you going?
I mean, now I'm just gonna move about, like I said, I'm keeping about 10, 20 feet between me and the group, and he's just gonna keep on moving quietly ahead, see where this cave leads.
Okay. Roll me a perception check. I guess, Eris, since you're going first.
Ooh.
Not a
there's
20.
the balance.
That's fine. All right.
We are trying to be quiet. So
You are
if I
trying to
don't
be
see
quiet.
something, I can't
Yeah.
say something.
If you don't see something, don't say something.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually good
Exactly.
advice. It's really good advice. But yeah,
We'll
just see where this cave leads.
All right. You continue in here, and it looks to be like a little dip over here, and then over this way, it seems to go back upwards-ish, right? You don't see anything here because you rolled a fucking 7. There's some
see
more like wooden
everything.
support beams, and
Oh,
yeah, it
okay, I
seems to
see what.
be just like, yeah, these are just wooden support beams, and there's like one pillar kind of in the middle here, more or less.
We found ourselves back at that central atrium. He kind of like squints in and is like, I think I see that stone pillar that was near that unfinished track.
We went in a circle.
Yes, we did. That's what happens when you
Oh.
take many lefts. Let's backtrack
Okay.
and go up that cliff face, maybe? Unless
As
we're
you
going
say
down.
that,
as we say that,
And then you
say
explode.
that, I need. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Wait.
I would just need to double check what I'm doing. Here's the thing. Suddenly,
Oh.
as you say that, let's see. Who's it gonna be? Yep.
Eris is the one talking, and the first one in
Eris
the room.
is the one talking, and he is in the first one in the room. Eris and Freyr.
Oh boy.
Everything goes completely pitch black. And I need to know, first of all, Freyr, does a 19 hit?
Hold on. Like
Probably.
pitch black as in magical darkness?
It is magical darkness.
I have devil sight.
You have devil sight. Oh, that's great. Okay. Well, it's still a surprise attack, so does a 19 still hit?
Yeah, a 19 does hit me.
Okay, here's the thing. Everything goes dark, but like in a weird way, your eyes still persist, and you know that it is darker than before, but you glance over at Eris, and Eris is just blinking like something weird happened.
What?
Immediately after the fact, something rushes down. You hear the whistling of wind from above, and something attaches itself to your face, and you can no longer see again. You take 9 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god.
And something is attaching yourself to your face and to the entirety of like the top of your torso. Eris, does a 25 hit you?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. That is actually 18 damage. 18 bludgeoning damage, as something also attaches itself to just the top of your head and your upper torso, and you feel like a weird skin-like thing envelop the entirety of your face. And
you know what this is, right?
Breathe. You actually, honestly, you probably would, even without roll me just a nature check. Just a nature check.
We've
more damn cloakers.
See, if it's more cloakers, that'd be.
Roll me a nature check. Roll me a
That's
nature
a
check.
12. That is a 12. I don't have intelligence. He's not a smart man.
No.
It's maybe a cloaker. Yeah, it seems like a pretty good.
You just hear a muffled from in a, I'm guessing, bubble of magical darkness.
As that happens, I am going to do some music. Shendo and Death, you are both looking up at your friends, and suddenly there is just a ball of. Hold on.
Now it's dark. Why is it dark?
There's just like a ball of darkness that, for some reason, covers the entire area in front of your friends.
Well, you know,
Uh,
can we act? Can we do stuff?
We're gonna roll initiative
Hey,
to begin with.
10.
9.
You had
can't
to
click
get
on the
the
token.
18, not the 8.
I know.
Shendo.
Can't click on my token because my character sheet's in the way. God
I
damn
Oh,
it.
know.
sorry.
There we
No,
go.
no, it's
Oh,
It's
that's
just like
not
I
my
tried
fault.
to move it from one. No, I tried to move my character sheet from one side of my screen to the other, and it was just perfectly blocking my character.
Oh,
God
lol.
There we go. But I got it. And
Right.
Dumas and Rictavio.
All right. And give me 1 second. I am setting up some stuff on my end before I
For
forget.
murder.
For murder.
Murder.
Hey, you guys are in a cave. Let me use my cool cave monsters, okay?
Hey, I
Because
love
we'll
cave
kill
monsters.
ourselves by jumping off a cliff. What are you talking about?
Oh, it's fine.
We don't need any help.
I paralyzed Gina's new character last night with a
Oh, good lord, that was
giant demon.
kind of
Yeah.
So
It did
much
not
damage.
go great, but at the same time, it didn't take me 7 rounds to break it like it did with Arclight.
God, that was
God.
that wasn't Arc. That was Vash.
Was it? I couldn't remember.
Yeah, it was because Arc came in right before the oral fight.
After.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that happened outside of Oral's castle. That entire thing happened because I baited Farron into destroying those sculptures. That was
Yep.
that entire bit with the whole Yeti that fucked Vash's day. It's all Farron's fault.
It was. Everything was
You
Farron's
wanted
fault.
to punch the fucking thing.
Well, it's because I kept describing them and I kept bringing them up, and I kept because it's in the book that if they destroy them, she sicks this thing on them. Oh, good. They rolled really butt. I'm happy about that.
They did roll really, but that's just my rolls. It's fine, you guys. All right, Chendo, you are up
Alright, well-
first. Up ahead of you is just a wall of seems to be nothingness, just a void. Somebody painted it Venta black.
Alright, well, hate this. Don't fucking like it. So he's gonna
Yeah.
lift his rapier up, kind of do a flourish, and at the tip of the rapier, there's just gonna be like a blinding light, and he's gonna hurl daylight into the center of that fucking darkness.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
In which case, I think that would work. Can you put up daylight for me? I think that should work.
Yeah, if it's I think it's a 3rd level, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a 3rd level, so
It
yes,
should dispel the darkness.
it should dispel the darkness.
And we all should be able to. Well, we probably can't see.
Right.
Freyr.
Anyway.
So here's what you guys see immediately is that as soon as you do this blinding light, actually I should drop like a little light token or some shit. Hold on.
Hell yeah.
Because
So
yeah,
maybe we
there's
can
gonna be
see.
blinding ass light in the middle of this darkness.
Right.
Light. What you see immediately as soon as you hurl this blinding light into this darkness is... Hold on. Does that show you everything?
No, just this little section that we're in.
Okay. I was like, no, don't look.
Don't look now.
Yeah, you hurl this blinding ass light into the middle of it, and what you see immediately is that, like, on top of your friend's 2 faces is these weird ass things that have attached themselves to both Eris and Freyr,
Gross.
and are just on their faces and just covering them.
Weird. Okay.
Anything for your bonus action?
Can they hear in there or no?
You don't know. They're kind of like flailing. It's just the beginning of combat, so they're just kind of flailing and grabbing at these weird skin sacs that have covered the top parts of their hands are still free.
Well,
And you can hear
I'll-
muffled
I'll attempt to toss a bardic inspiration I don't know which one of the two is in front of me, but that one.
Okay. I will say, actually, Freyr, roll a perception check. For
Can
funsies.
you?
No.
No.
No,
Absolutely
you're
not.
too busy yelling and going, and you don't hear it.
Well, no dice for you. Sorry, you don't get
No
one.
dice for you. All right. Next up is Rictavio, who is going to run forward because he hears kerfuffle and just go, "Oh shite! All right, he
Here we go
is
again.
going to, yeah. Well, fuck it. He is probably going to cast. Actually, he's going to go forward and he is going to cast. Death Ward on you again.
Hell yeah.
Because he really doesn't want you to die.
Pretty nice, I suppose.
Oh.
Ah, no.
All right. And that's going to be his movement. And then he's going to kind of like walk back a little bit and look around and see if there's any more of those things, but he doesn't seem to be able to see anything. Next up is Des.
Okay. Wow. Can I see? Yeah, can I like skirt around this side so that I can get here?
Yeah, you can certainly do that. There's daylight all up in here right now, so.
Yeah.
Right.
And then going to use my action to grab Eris's hand and cast Freedom of Movement.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Unaffected by difficult terrain, spells, and other magical effects. This is technically not a spell nor magical effect.
Such as manacles.
Oh,
or
such as manacles or a
Yeah.
creature that has a grapple. Okay.
Yeah.
In which case, yeah, you become super fucking slippery.
Shoop.
Should help with
I have to wait till my
ungrappling.
turn, but
Yeah.
And then bonus action. Can't cast another spell, so I think that's it.
Okay. Excellent. In which case, on these guys' turn, wait, which group is that? Oh, okay, it's that one. Okay. Give me 1 second.
I don't like it.
Right.
Ooh. G, does a 24 hit?
Yeah.
As you're doing this and you cast Freedom of Movement and you go, okay, good, you're fine. Suddenly something from the ceiling once again drops down directly on top of you, and now you can't see.
Myself, less fine.
9 bludgeoning damage, by the way.
That's fine.
As it squeezes around you and you also can't breathe, technically.
Oh, good.
So, do with that what you will. And then where are my other ones? This one also is going to be a little bit fun. This one is the closest to. Oof. Okay, I'm rolling really good. Sorry. 24, Shendo.
Let me see. Because I can actually get my stuff up. I don't know if I can get it up high enough though. Damn, nope, that'll get me right on 24. I'm not gonna waste that. No, that hits.
Okay. All right. One of these motherfuckers drops down on top of you as well. Wait a minute. Who am I on? Hold on. I gotta either move you to the back or move that thing to the front. God damn it. Okay, there we go. And that is going to be 8 bludgeoning damage. No speaking and no breathing for you. But it's only 2 of them that go on that turn, so next we move on to Dumas. Who's
See, I
going
saw
to...
3 tokens, and I had forgotten that you like to do the group initiatives.
Yeah, sorry
There were
about
only 3
that.
of them, and so I was like, oh, there's only 3 of them.
That's
6
fine.
here, 8.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no! Where do you see the 3 tokens?
Just in the turn order.
Oh,
Like,
I
it's
see.
either 3 tokens in the turn order.
Oh, okay, I was like, can you see my
literally-
initiative
I see
trackers?
A black screen and my token with my health bar. That's all I got.
Oh wow, sorry. I will give you your sight back as soon as you escape.
As soon as I am out.
I
Yep.
promise. Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, Dumas is, oh boy, does Dumas have anything for this? He was gonna dispel,
I do
but he
have
doesn't.
a meta question though.
Yes.
Would they have disadvantage on their grapple attacks to like eat me and Shendo because it's daylight?
Let me double check. No. They
No,
don't
okay.
have any aversion to light.
Okay.
Actually. It just dispels their automatic, like, natural ability. Which still helps you. Okay. So Dumas, what can he do? He looks around and he's like, fireball? Oh shit, wait, no, there's things under there. Not good,
Yes,
not good,
fireball.
not good. Dun, 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 dun. He is probably going to run up to the one that's closest, which is on Shendo, and he's gonna try to pull it off. Which means that he has to make a strength check. Oh boy, that's gonna go well.
-2.
Yeah, no, he's like just
Hell
like
yeah.
grabbing the side of it and is like digging his back foot claws into Shendo's thigh and like yanking, and it just won't come off. There it is. Give me one
Like-
sec.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to spend 5 feet of my movement to step out of the thing.
Okay, you can do that.
I just move and slides off of his head, and then he. Oh, wow, there are. Okay. Let's see, where's my?
You immediately are faced with, you like slap it down onto the ground where it skitters a little bit uncomfortable. You get the sense that it's not used to being on the ground since it came from the ceiling. You look around, there's 3 of your friends are also like covered in these things.
Yuck.
Well, you know what time it is? It's my time. I'm just gonna take an attack at the one that just had my head. It's a 28.
That definitely hits.
Is it undead?
No, it's not.
No. Okay. So I don't know how squishy they are. I'm gonna do a second level smite, so 22 points of damage.
It's funny. It falls over dead, and you are just crushing it. You just like swing, and you just squat, like splat it like a mosquito against the ground.
That's not.
Now do that
so
4 more
good.
times. Or 3 more times.
I don't know if it's gonna do damage to you guys though.
Only one way to find out.
Just do it. Just do it.
And I don't even know who is who.
The
Well, I'll
swing
hit
on
one
the
of us, I guess.
I'm gonna go with the closest one, which is right there, and do my follow-up swing. 17?
Yes, that will hit.
And because that first one died so easily, I'm just gonna do a first level smite on this one
Mm-hmm.
for 17 points of damage.
Okay, 17 points of damage. Let's see, who's under there? Oh, it's you, G. Hey,
Oh,
G, take 8 points of damage.
Ah, no.
Heck yeah. Ow!
Oh, okay. Well, that's. He'll kind of just bonus action. I'm gonna use one of my channel divinities to restore the second level spell slot I use, and that'll be my turn.
Fair enough. Freyr, you're currently in darkness.
Can I face step?
You need to be able to see.
Do you need? Yeah, you need to be able to see. Huh?
Yeah.
Well,
I have a thing, but I don't know if I'm willing to spend the thing.
It's up to you.
I'm gonna mind spike the one on me.
Question: do you need to be able to vocal component?
Mind
For
spike
this.
does not require vocal.
Okay. Does it require being able to see the creature?
It does.
In which case, well, you can see. Well,
technically, because it's on your
It's on my
eyeballs.
face.
you know, yeah, I'll give that one to you. I'll
Yay.
give that one to you. You can kind of see it.
Please give
You know
me
it's
a
there.
wisdom save.
Okay.
Ignore the 5.
So that wasn't supposed to be at advantage, but it rolled a 12 anyway.
Ah. Get psychic
24,
for 24.
half of it to you, possibly.
Oh, damn. Since it is psychic damage, no, it will not damage.
Ooh,
So it's
hell
a
yeah.
24. Okay. You hear suddenly all around you just the softest little... and you feel it shriveling, and suddenly the pressure that you feel on your head lightens, and you can see again.
Just walk off.
And you
Oh
can
my God.
breathe.
Gross.
What the heck?
Okay.
Eris is kind of just like, just don't hit them until they're off our friends.
Ah, shit.
Or I
Okay.
guess psychic damage does it.
Or psychic. He doesn't know that though. All he saw was
Yeah, right.
pour it off your face like he did. So kind
Bonus
of.
action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna telekinetically shove this one.
Okay, telekinetically shove just it and not the person inside.
Yeah. Just
Try,
like
That's gonna be-
to peel it off of them.
Interesting.
That's a bonus action, I
Des, can you also roll me a dex, strength saving throw?
Probably not, but yeah.
do it anyway.
Here you go.
You know what? It does, because it fails, but it's also hanging on, to...
I just get pushed over like a child at recess.
Yes, you essentially... Does it make him prone, or does it just shove them backwards?
No, I think it just moves it 5 feet away from you.
I can either pull
Or
it towards
towards.
me or push it back, and then shove one creature you can see within 30 feet, or be moved 5 feet towards you. It doesn't really specify.
Yeah, it doesn't say it makes him prone, so I don't think it would.
Alright, so you just shove it, and you feel the thing, like, beginning to rip off, but also it pulls Des along with it, and she just kind
Ow.
of stumbles at the same time.
With
Is what you would
my
say
natural,
if you could...
well, with my natural 1, do I trip and fall over? Because I could do that.
Honestly, yeah, we'll
Yeah,
say
I'm down
that.
with
So
that.
you're
Hell
just
yeah.
on the fucking ground. You
Hell
and this
yeah.
thing are just on the ground, wiggling. Okay. Excellent. In which case, we go on to the next set of problems, which is to say,
Yeah, no.
don't worry about it. Oh yeah, that'll definitely hit. Let's see, Freyr, you hear something right behind you and you turn around just in time to see one of the same things, like, envelop Rictavio.
Oh boy.
Poor dude.
And it is going to do... Yeah, because Rictavio doesn't have a super high AC. Oh, 8 bludgeoning damage. Oh no, it's fine.
Whoops.
69 HP. Nice, Rictavio.
Nice.
And he begins to, like, struggle and try to get it off immediately. Meanwhile... Oh boy, who should I be mean to? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
What did I miss?
Rictavio got face hugged.
Oh
Yay.
no.
He got grabbed.
Ah,
You know
no.
what? It's gonna happen regardless, so yeah. Oh boy. I rolled another nat 20. Eris does a 25.
Yeah. Yeah. Another nat 20?
Another one of them, and another nat 20 for you.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But he
I
has
mean,
freedom of movement.
I still have freedom of movement.
Yeah,
so
you do
it's
have that
damage.
an hour.
and
So
that
it can't
hurts.
actually grapple you, but what happens is, like, it still jumps down from the ceiling and rakes you with what are basically teeth on the inside of the mouth, and that is 12 bludgeoning damage. But almost immediately you just grab it and whip it off, so it doesn't actually do anything to you, but it still, like, hurts you.
Whip it.
He's
real
happy.
good. Sorry.
It means he has a target that isn't attached to his friend.
And then we go on to the next, which is... Oh, great. Hold on. I love these things.
I hate that you started doing groups.
Started. They've always done this.
Yeah, I mean, so there's two different ways to balance combat. You either do it through hordes like this, or by beefing up monsters like I do in Tyranny. And both have their drawbacks and perks. It's great.
Exactly.
Yeah, where you can get taken from 74 hit points to 4 in one round.
But technically just one flurry of attacks.
Yep.
It's just 3 attacks from one creature.
That
happened to Carter. And he went from 80 something to 0 in one turn.
Yep. Yeah. Wait, does a 16 hit Freyr?
No.
No. Okay, cool. So one of the things goes, like, you hear something at the last moment and just, like, instinctively sidestep just as one of those things goes splat on the ground right next to you. And then, for a final fun little time. Oh boy. Oh no, that doesn't hit because Dumas, also, I had him cast Mage Armor way back when. So it actually also lands right next to him and he just goes, ah! What the fuck?
There are a lot of them.
I have the option for Spirit Guardians, but I didn't grab it.
What? Shendo, you're up.
Can you remove these things, or like what's
You
their
can
own
try.
way
Yeah,
of-
you can try to yank it off. It's a strength check.
Oh boy, love that for me.
Right?
I know. There's a reason.
13.
13 is exactly what you needed.
Oh, no.
You grab it and begin to wrench with all of your might, and it still hurts, but you manage to whip it off of yourself, essentially, and hold on, did I take away your vision? No, I never did. Okay, so you can still see.
It was mostly the takeaway vision, I think, was just so that we had that, like, uncertainty at the beginning.
The initial one.
Yeah.
I'm just
And now everybody can
that's only
see.
somatic.
Everyone can see except for me, and you see Des is on the ground.
Des is just on the ground, wiggling, doing the worm.
Has the squid hood.
All right, but that was an action, however, Shendo, to rip it off of yourself. So you have a bonus action if you want.
I don't think I have anything on bonus action other than Bardic, and I want to save those. So I guess that's it.
All right.
Oh, Ricky T is still grappled.
Ricky T is also grappled, so he's gonna also make a strength check, which
I'm sure he'll be great at those.
Yeah.
Someone has to be.
Oh no.
He's a spry old man.
No. No, he is also still, like, he runs his back into the wall and just all you hear is All right. Yes. What you doing? You're on the ground prone and somebody just shoved you.
Right? Somebody pushed me over. Man. Yeah, she's just gonna
says
roll
Carter
around
from beyond the grave.
Gonna roll around on the ground and try to pull it off my face.
All right, roll me a strength check.
Hell yeah, get out of here.
Through the power of fuck you, you managed to yank it off. And again, like, it hurts as it rakes against your face, but you're on the ground still, but you managed to cast it off.
Fuck you!
And it is just skittering.
And bonus
Slightly
action, I'm
further
gonna
away.
cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay. What's the crying eye icon for? I forget.
That was
it's
for
the
the
locate object. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
That should be
around anymore
That's
because it's only
probably
10
gone.
minutes. But yeah. That.
Okay.
But it will do. Okay.
Okay. All right. Excellent.
I guess I'll use half my movement to get up, but I'll stay here. Just so it doesn't, have advantage to smack me in the face.
So many targets now.
I mean, you say that, but that's literally what I've been thinking for, like, as all of them have been falling and getting ripped off. I'm like, it's a target-rich environment.
Yeah, the one that is immediately next to you, Des, I'm sorry, but it's gonna go for you again because
Well, it has
you're
to
just
make a
right there.
wisdom save.
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
as she tries to get back up off the ground and it
Nope.
tries to eat my face again. But it does have to make a wisdom save.
It does not make its wisdom save.
Hell yeah. Go eat
Nope.
somebody else.
So yeah, it's gonna try to skitter over to, well, it doesn't really have a lot of places to skitter over, so it's actually going to attempt to get away and get back up on the wall. So if you want, it's going out of your range if you want to.
Yeah, I do want to try to hit it. I don't think I have Warcaster, so I'm just gonna have to hit it.
Sure.
I don't know if it's an attunement item, but I'm gonna try to hit it with Carter's Sunsword.
It is an attunement item, and it
Okay,
is
well,
does
then I
function as a
did not-
dagger.
Okay, I did not attune to it, so.
That's fine. It kind of functions as a dagger in the form that it is. Okay. Actually, weirdly enough, 12 does hit.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Damn. Shank.
That high level proficiency bonus.
Yeah. Okay, 5 piercing damage. You kind of manage to rip into its mantle, essentially, as it is skittering up the wall, and you do manage to hurt it.
Another 1.
Oh, okay.
One radiant damage.
Nice.
All right, but it does manage to get back up on the wall, and you
Yeah.
kind of like immediately, as soon as your eyes follow it, you see it blend in among the rest of the cave ceiling, and you can no longer see it.
Gross.
All right.
How they got us in the first place.
Right.
Dumas like turns around and looks about, and just goes, fuck this. And he is going to... Oh, no, he still can't fireball.
Get him, Dumas. Blow us all up.
Octavio's right there.
Blow us
Rictavio
all
is right there, but Dumas also has -2 to his strength.
Catching all of us. Aurora, don't even worry about that, my boy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
That'd be great. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what he can do? Is, yeah, he's just gonna magic missile the one that just tried to eat his face.
Good choice.
Because, you know, that's a fun. God damn it.
3.
Well, yeah, you do multiple, because
Yeah.
first level he'll do 3, and depends on what level. But Magic Missile just makes you click the button over and over again.
So this is weird though, because it like, because I got 4, 3, 3. Are each of them +1? I forget. Yes, a
Yeah.
dart deals. Okay.
Mhm.
So that's first level. He's gonna cast it at. He's just gonna cast it at fucking 3rd level, because why not?
So you would add 2 more.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
add
you
two.
Also, he has to roll.
He does have to roll, so hold on a second. Let me just get this out of the way. So that is
Fireball us anyways. That would be
Oh, no.
hilarious.
10,
That would
Finally
be
get
kinda
that
funny.
one.
10, 18, yeah, 21. Which almost kills it, but not quite.
Oh.
Which means that they have 22 hit points because my
They have
first
exactly. Yes.
I
Hell
can
yeah.
do more with Mind Spike. I'm impressed.
All right. And then he will have to roll for his little wild magic, which he's at 0 for, weirdly enough.
Wow.
So he's probably not going to do anything.
Did you speak too soon?
Or, you know.
Or, you know, yeah,
Spoke too
He just
soon.
burps.
I did.
Fireball. Fireball.
7 or 8. It's a 7 or an 8.
I can't believe
Love it.
78.
do
I
it
feel like
tomorrow.
we've gotten that before.
You cast
Oh, you
polymorph
cast
Yeah.
polymorph for yourself.
If you fail the saving throw, you turn into a sheep for the spell's duration.
Hell yeah. I love this one.
Motherfucker. Okay.
Fail it, please.
Give me a
Be
sec.
sheep.
Make a wisdom save against himself.
Yeah.
What's his spell attack? Oh my god. Okay.
5.
He's,
Yeah, his spell save is 18.
Yeah.
Oh, he made it!
Oh,
He just made it! He
Hell
begins
yeah.
to turn into a blue sheep for just a moment and goes, nope, no, 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 no.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Oh,
Oh my god. That
Thank God.
Damn
Moss
it.
just edged on sheeping.
He did edge on sheeping. All right, Eris, you're up.
Oh, okay. Because this is the one Rictavio's under, right?
Yeah, the yellow one.
Or yeah.
And he's gonna slide in between these two, and he'll do his first attack on that guy. Bam, 21.
Okay, yes, that definitely hits.
No smites on this one, so 11. 13 damage.
Okay. It screeches and it gets getting ready like it's about to run away from you.
Still alive?
It is still alive.
Okay,
That one hasn't taken any damage yet.
Oh, okay, I thought. No, you're right.
The one that got the one
yeah.
that got Des was
That was the one I mixed
That
it up
one's
with. Okay.
scrambled.
All right, then
He
he's
ran.
gonna do his
Dazzled.
second attack on there. Ooh, yeah.
okay. Yep.
Nice.
There we go.
All right.
Number
Yep,
11.
that'll do it. And you splat it against the ground, or cut it rather. But yeah.
No running. And then he's going to turn. Bonus action. He's going to try to hit the one in front of him with Frere on his butt end. 14, but
Should
14
hit.
does
12
yeah.
hit.
Yeah, 12 hits.
9 slashing with the back end of the weapon.
Okay.
And it's still up.
It's still up.
Okay, that'll be his turn. I don't want to use my action surge.
Okay.
It's just
Frere,
for
you're up.
one.
I'm going to telekinetically shove this one for my bonus action.
Okay.
Or shove it away.
It has to make a is it strength or
19.
what? Is
It's a strength.
strength? Okay. Wow, that's a nat one.
Hell
It
yeah.
moves 5 feet away.
Okay, it moves 5 feet away and kind of bumps into Rictavio, who is currently
And for
underneath
my
the other one.
action, I'm gonna mind sliver this one, the one on Rictavio.
Okay.
Please make an
Hit
intelligence
Rictavio's
save.
mind.
Psychic, though. Psychic is good.
That is an 8.
Yeah. It's a really good one. That's max damage for mine.
That is max damage.
So that is 12?
12 psychic damage, and he has a.
Okay.
The creature has a minus 1d4 on its next saving throw.
Okay.
Mind Spike. I was like, but Mind Spike, you
Or
just
Mind
did
Sliver,
like
I'm sorry.
24 damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always mix the two of them up.
Yeah, I was also about to say something. I was like, wait.
But no,
Loading.
that's the cantrip version of it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Excellent. It did seem to not like that very much. And it's kind of like,
What? Why not?
fighting against Rictavio. All right, excellent.
Jellyfish umbrellas.
Yep. So one of these guys is dead. The other one on Rictavio. Rictavio is going to attempt to. Oh wait, no, it's just its turn, so it's just going to continue to crush Rictavio.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
that's what you like to
No big
hear.
deal.
Yeah, it doesn't need to
Continue
roll
to
another
crush
attack because it's already
Rictavio.
on him. I just need to roll damage. Okay. Hey Rictavio, how are you doing?
Sure, he's
No, god damn it, it's not you. It's Rictavio, okay. Yeah, Rictavio is beginning to like almost smash his own head back into the rock in an attempt to get off.
Oh, don't do that.
Don't
Ow.
hurt yourself.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting. Okay. This one
No.
is going to go ahead and yeah, it's also going to begin to. Yeah, no, it's just going to attempt to go back up against you, Freyr.
Why?
I don't know. That's only a 9 though, so don't worry about it.
Get fucked.
And then this
Yeah,
one over
Becky?
here, with 1 hit point, is going to attempt to go for Dumas because Dumas hasn't gotten eated yet. But
Smack
that is
it,
a
Dumas,
3.
smack
So that's a
Hell yeah.
fuck.
Smack it out of the air.
Get that shit out of here.
Yeah.
Pussy shit.
All right.
Nah.
Shundo, you're
Well,
up.
I'm just gonna jab at this boy right beside me. It's not on anybody, is it? This one?
No.
Nope.
It was the one trying to get to me, but I just smacked it. I was just like, get that shit out of here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And how are you smacking it? Because you did finish it. Indubitably.
Just
you
right
gonna
through,
smack-
like,
Yeah,
just
right
right
there.
through the center of
That's
it.
max. That's its max health.
Yeah. All right. It immediately, and you are using the glove for this, I'm assuming.
The what?
Or what are you using? What are you using to make this attack?
Oh, this is my rapier. My rapier.
Okay,
The,
your
the glove
rapier.
is purely just like an aesthetic thing with the
Okay.
warlock. It doesn't actually do anything crazy. It's just as instruments.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. All right. In which case, yeah, you run through the fucking rapier, and it's like a squid, but on land with like little legs and stuff. So you just run it through the middle, and it just kind of goes and dies.
All right, then I'm gonna step over here and try to help Dumas with this one.
Okay. Yeah, you fucking kill it. It has 1 hit point. You don't even need to. Okay.
Super
100%. It is like trying to creep back up on Dumas, who's just going, no, and you just step in and go shink and cut it in half.
You shish
All right, now I'm gonna
kebab
get
it.
up here.
Okay.
Try to get their attention.
All right.
Also, my AC is 26 right now.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Fuck that. Okay. Rictavio is going to attempt to get it off, and he's going to have advantage because it's been mind spiked.
Mind slivered.
Mind slivered, sorry.
Hey.
Oh, damn, that's a fucking nat 20. Okay. It's gonna yoink it off. Finally. And it just immediately, as soon as he emerges out from under it, just goes, Thank you. All right. That was not ideal. I don't think he has any bonus action spells. Yeah. All right, Des, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna scoot.
Scoot.
It's no longer on. Let's see, how far can I get? Can I get here, or is that kind of crowded?
It's kind of crowded.
Okay.
But you
Then
can
I'm
move.
just going to. Then I'll just throw a sacred flame at this guy.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
What is happening over there? Oh, okay. You're just drawing a pentagram.
Oh my god!
Just let me do the thing.
Dex save.
+5 on that as well.
All right. 6 plus 5.
For
Okay, failed its dex save. Oh, that's 11 points of damage?
Yeah.
That is enough.
Hell
You
yeah.
fucking blast it off. It is now just like a burn scar on the wall, right beside Rictavio, who just kind of sidesteps out of the way and goes, Oh, well then. All right.
Hi. Doing okay?
Yep, I think so, my dear. Glad to
Okay.
see you as well.
One more. You got this?
I believe so. And at this point, the one that is on the ceiling is going to attempt to make a reappearance,
Red.
which is Freyr 15.
Miss.
Okay, it just drops out right next to you. Drops down right next to you.
Hello.
And this one is actually going to attempt to skitter away.
He's gonna
So-
skedaddle.
Yeah, it's kind of try to
Punch him.
skedaddle up the wall. So, Shendo and Rictavio both get attacks of opportunity.
Hell yeah!
Get
Get it.
Done. No.
Yes, that will work. That is a 10,
Aw.
and that is a
Oh.
natural
Tell you
1.
why.
Octavio's just not ready. He tries to yank his sword out of his cane, and it just gets stuck, and he goes, damn it. And this one just
I
kind of
asked-
disappears.
I asked if you were ready. I guess not.
He's not ready.
He was not.
Not.
It's like Taz McKella all over again. Does not.
Yep.
Got into this and realized, nope, nope, nope. I don't like fighting. I really don't like fighting.
All right. Dumas's turn. He turns around, looks about, just notices the one that is still laying on the ground beside Freyr. Freyr's also just kind of looking at it like, what am I even? Just
Why?
goes, yeah, why? And just goes, fuck you. And he's gonna just magic missile it.
Hell yeah, get him.
Another
Fuck
wild
'em up.
magic.
It's 12, and that will be enough.
Oh yeah.
Roll for it.
Roll
And the
for
other
it.
one kind of ran away, got away from you guys. So for now, we're kind of out of initiative.
Dumas has to roll though.
Mus does have to roll. So we'll see
Now,
what happens.
Is it within? What is the distance here? Is it within 120 feet?
The thing that you were just fighting?
Yeah, don't need to see it. Just if it's within 120 feet.
Oh, is this?
Eldritch
God.
Blast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Eldritch
you
Blast
need
is
extra
required.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that you don't have. I need to
Right?
like see where it is.
Nope.
Yes, it is within 120 feet. They didn't move that fast. And I will say, because you're aware of it, yeah, that makes sense. 11.
It's
Okay.
still technically moving.
26 and 11.
Oh.
Yeah, that's only a 2. I don't have agonizing blast,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I'm just blasting at him.
You just blast, and like a homing missile, it like goes shoo towards the ceiling, and suddenly you hear, and it just drops right down next to you in like with a wet splop.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Well, that was fun.
Who has the highest passive perception here?
I think.
I've
Got like a 15.
I think Eris does with a 16, unless
I have a 19 passive.
That's what I was
Hell
saying. Yeah.
There it is.
Don't know why.
Expertise
which-
and perception.
Yeah, yeah. I am going to. Okay.
Mere despair. Sorry about that. He kind of just holds one hand up, and he's gonna use 8 points of his lay on hands to heal the small nick on your head.
Oh,
When you
thanks.
hit, I wasn't sure who was under that one, and wasn't even sure if you would feel it, but sorry about that.
It's a little bit, not that much.
Shendo, because you have the highest passive perception, for just a moment, you think you hear more skittering from further inside the caves, but then it gets quiet again.
Oh, great. There's more fuckers. There's more of them.
I heard all sorts of noises last
Keep
night.
an eye out, I guess.
I
Do
thought
we
they were
want to?
just raccoons.
Well, that's kind of
What's
what
a
they are.
raccoon?
It's a creature from a distant plane of existence that
It's a type of rodent that likes to get in your garbage.
yes, they're
Oh,
not big, but
why?
they make a lot of noise, and they're just in general a nuisance.
They're scavengers.
Yes. That makes sense. I mean, if they eat my garbage, then it's not going to waste, I suppose. That's fine.
But if you try to make friends with them, they'll take advantage of you, which is very, very dangerous.
Like, they'll
Eric just
steal
kind
your
of
money?
narrows his eyes at Freyr. Yes, dangerous.
I
Should we?
want to say something, but I'm just gonna withhold it.
Should we circle back into that large room or double back towards the
I
cliff?
guess.
Well, we have
I mean, either way, it kind of goes back the same way, and then we just go back over there again.
we're gonna go check that cliff out before, because we have many different.
Good. What's over here?
Eris, roll me another perception check.
This is the main chamber that we walked through earlier. And perception of 24.
Jesus.
24. Okay. You hear more skittering.
From this direction or from the one we just came from?
From this direction, or like further down these halls, essentially.
I mean, either way, we want to go down, not only for the hammer, but for wherever this door is, right? So I don't know if we should go up.
Well, we're right now thinking about this from a two-dimensional point of view, and he points forward. That is not down. That is south. Down would be, and he
Sure.
points down.
I mean, not going up the
Well,
ledge,
we
though.
still need to, yeah,
It's
we
true.
still need to find a way that doesn't require us jumping into white mist.
Also, yes.
Then let's, he'll kind of
We
just
go
like,
down
let's go
here and
ahead
just
We're
explore
digging.
those other places.
see if anything starts to go downhill.
Yeah.
And we'll just,
Do we have any water? Like, would it go downhill if we spill some water on the ground? Or is that
not,
only if it's like super downhill?
it would need to be or it would need to be flatter than it is, I believe. With how rough this terrain is, we'd need a lot of water in order to create a stream that could flow.
I mean, I can make a lot of water.
So that's a good point. Sorry, Shendo, are you leaving your daylight up or?
Oh, it's up. It's not a concentration thing. Once it's up, it's just up.
Okay, so you're just gonna leave that entire area like brightly illuminated for.
Yeah.
The
Hell
world
yeah.
to see.
Yep.
Right,
I just wanted to double check.
For
Did you want me
1
to make
hour,
a lot of
it'll be
water?
up.
sure. Why not?
Okay.
This is a large enough central room, and Frere, why don't we give her space to work with, and we could see which way the water flows to. Perhaps it'll lead us to wherever the downhill is. Now, the difference is that sometimes you do have to go up to get down, especially in caves that aren't logically created. But this is a good enough place to start.
Just do it.
You gotta get up
guess.
to get down.
You gotta get up to get down.
All right. I guess I'll just kind of stand. Are we going into the middle so that it like spreads all out, or like down here?
Where's is this room like flat, or is there like a hill? Is there like a highest point that we could find
I
in the center?
mean, technically speaking, the highest point here was back near that house, the second house that you found, where you found the weird spider bag. This floor isn't even by any means. It's kind of a mine, so it like goes down and then it goes back up and then it goes back down. It's kind of all over the place.
Then I get up again.
Yeah, I mean, we could also just explore because we went this way. We could check out these and just see if they go down.
This way.
I can't ping today. My pings are going at like 2 frames a second. But we could go down any of these. That way, and he kind of looks over.
Yes.
That way doubles back towards where we found all those things.
Des will look at Eris just for a second, and then I'm going to just dump 30 gallons of water on the ground.
Yes, please do.
Because I really wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Are you creating like above or like immediately on the floor or?
Just like a couple inches off the floor so that it goes splash dramatically because it's funny.
Okay.
Shindo's gonna try to catch some of the food.
I think it's either
Oh, yeah.
or.
No,
It's just 45
This is
pounds of food
food
and
and
30 gallons of
water.
water.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just
So-
yeah, it's just food. So you
Yep.
just go, hey, here it is, and it just
Here we go.
kind of goes everywhere. Like a lot of the water just seeps into the ground. A lot of it goes racing in various directions. A little bit of it goes here, which is further downward. Some of it goes down here where you guys first came from. Some of it goes down here, which is like where you guys fought those things because it is like a little bit of more of a divot. And it goes in all ways.
The way down here is.
Yeah. That was one of the ones that wasn't where we already came from, so we could do that way.
All right. Well, let me proceed.
Also, I
carefully.
guess if you want, we could have lunch quick because there's food too.
Bird.
Why not? I could go for lunch. Grab one of the tasteless chunks of bread that get created by Create Food and just nosh on
Pretty
it.
much.
Yeah.
It's
Dumas
just
is
a-
like looks around and goes, "Oh yeah, in this big open cavern where there's a lot of directions that people can."
I mean,
I didn't.
know.
I didn't figure
I
we'd,
thought there would be
take
better
like an
days.
hour here. I think we were
Hey,
just going to.
just really quick lunch, not like not.
Just he kind
And
of grabs a soaking piece of created food bread, tosses it to Damas. Just eat that while we walk.
yeah, also maybe all this food in the middle of the ground will lure them here, and then they won't bother us because they got food.
It is a possibility, I guess. All right.
Mhm.
So, really quick, while you guys are eating food off of the ground where you just summoned it, can I go to the bathroom and can we take like a hot second to break?
Yeah, I need to use the bathroom too. I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
I'm gonna move you back to where Savid and
Hell yeah!
everybody else
Intermission
is
time.
I'm
suffering.
posting in.
Cray's
Yeah.
out in the. All right, so you wanted eggs, toast, but no bacon. Got it. Why don't you? I don't understand. Who doesn't want bacon? Savid, we got another loser out here.
Mhm.
And Savid's like, stop calling customers losers, they don't come back.
Right. I have to be nice. I'm sorry. I'm not used to this whole waiter thing.
Incredible. All right, I'll be right back.
This is that first themed restaurant, that one that they're aggressive with you. This is D&D's first one of those.
Hell yeah!
I'm back.
I'm falling asleep.
No.
Stop being like a regular functioning adult, dude.
Right. It's not fair.
But money.
I mean, Earth makes money. He's not
Yeah,
a.
dude.
He's Earth.
But I have to wake up at 6 in the morning.
That sucks, and I really feel for you.
Mhm.
Right. Tell them to not.
I mean, if I start making good bucks through YouTube or Twitch, then wake up on my own schedule at like 4 in the afternoon.
You just got to get a couple good sponsorships with Raid Shadow Legends.
Hell yeah.
Have you heard about the new game Raid Shadow Legends?
I haven't even
No,
played
no
it.
one's ever heard of that before.
No one ever
Like-
actually plays Raid Shadow Legends. Just talk about
They make bank though because they pay so many people to advertise it. It is unreal.
it. Yeah, they do.
Right? They must be taking in money somewhere.
There have to be like a handful of like just fully committed whales that are just throwing everything they've got into it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love how much crap you've drawn for Cray in this little.
Yeah. I've really customized it. This whole workshop. He's got his anvil and he's got a quenching, trough. He's
Yep.
got his remaining ingots of whatever's left from building the sword and the armor.
Got a lot of deeply ingrained trauma.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a lot of
the
trauma.
usual.
The usual par for the course for a forge, really.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
Mhm.
blacksmiths.
You got a
That's how
bird on
they.
your head.
That's the mark of a good blacksmith.
Yeah. I mean, it's art. You got to suffer for your art.
Me as an artist.
Me too.
All right. So, you guys are grabbing some food from the floor.
Yeah,
Some of the magically
we're eating.
created,
Magically
one.
tasteless,
created.
bland rations, but hey, we can eat.
It's
It's
something,
nourishing.
It is.
right?
Okay.
It's lunch.
And you head off in
Towards this
which
ledge.
direction?
way?
This ledge. Okay. It does lead further down.
Well, this
Shindo's gonna
goes.
dip some of the bland bread into the water on the ground before he follows after him.
Smart. It makes it softer. More
Right.
palatable.
Dumas just kind of
The water
shovels
doesn't go
everything
bad.
into his mouth and.
Oh,
falls
Dumas,
down.
if there's a little bit left over, you could put it in your backpack.
Oh yeah, spider web does taste good. And he shoves it in there.
Sure.
How does it taste? What does it taste like?
It's like
Is it like a texture
sticky.
thing?
It's like tofu. It's like protein, but not quite. I don't know.
Huh.
You want to try some?
Is
And he
it-
picks the bread roll up out of and it's already covered in spider silk.
Is it still sticky when you try to eat it, or is it
Yeah,
just
it adds texture.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
just
Kinda
don't
hands it
choke,
over
I
to you.
guess. As it
You take
sticks
a bite of
itself
it.
to you
It's like
inside
if
of
you've
your
ever,
coffee.
yeah, if you've ever eaten like, oh gosh, what can I compare it to? If you've ever eaten mochi,
That's what I was
it's kind of
thinking.
like that, but like stringy. It's not a bad flavor.
Ugh.
It's not a bad
Weird.
flavor. It is like weirdly like tofu. The flavor of almost no flavor.
This is like adding salt to bread. Weird.
Yeah. Worse things have been done.
I'm sure.
All right. Well, we've got two ways, multiple pathways to explore down this way. Left or right?
I don't know which
All
way
right.
left.
Oh, sorry.
And
Say left?
after a while, he just goes, left it is, and he's going to do a quietly now, and proceeding quietly
Oh, we're doing
down this
quietly?
hallway.
Go
He
roll
always tries
stealth.
to proceed quietly. He doesn't want to get. He just can't always avoid it.
Oh, Dad.
Yeah.
Can you
Why
do
didn't
it,
it
Dad?
roll? I tried. I clicked on it. Hello? There we
There
go.
it
There you
goes.
go.
11.
Mine was a 16.
I rolled two 20s that both did not. That.
Damn.
Aw.
That's so unfortunate.
Oh, no.
That's a lot of like really midding, like stealth rolls.
You know.
No 40s like we had from Jaeger last night. Yeah.
Let's see what Rictavio gets.
Yeah.
Forgot
Check
about
out.
that.
I rolled a 40 on our stealth check last night for Jaeger.
Ooh.
Pass
Oh,
without a
okay,
trace.
Rictavio. All right. Surprising.
Mhm.
Incredible.
Hell yeah, Rictavio.
Okay. So you guys proceed actually relatively quietly. You go ahead and go down this ledge. I think you guys can jump off of it, right? It does. Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
I
that one
don't have
doesn't
to
block.
actually.
Proceed down this cavern.
Yeah, for sure. Very slowly. Go ahead and roll me perception checks. I suppose, Eris, since you're in the front, and I don't know, for fun, Shendo, since you're in the back.
That's a 7. Which is a natural 1.
Again.
Powerful.
I've got.
Oh my
And a
god.
20 to
All
balance
right.
it out.
And to balance it out, yeah. Eris, you're in the front, and you're just going, I don't see anything. Like, there's nothing. There's nothing. It's literally just like walls of mines, essentially, unexplored. It looks like this area had been mined out at some point, but clearly didn't find anything interesting because there's no track running through here. Shendo, you get down off of the ledge and you look back behind where you guys had just come from. And you see over here in the darkness, like from this direction, I don't know if you can see that far, but from this direction,
Nope.
and from the direction you just came from, there's a
Mhm.
bright light shining from the tunnel where you left your daylight spell. And then right beside it, and in the tunnels that are kind of facing where you have just come from, you see eyes reflecting off of that light. You see 1 pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs, 4, 5, 6.
I don't like it.
It's fine.
He's gonna quietly inform the party of that, trying to stay stealthy so that they don't know
I
we know.
mean,
Ew.
maybe they're just attracted to your light and they'll stay over there. And maybe they can get a snack because I left food.
I don't
I
like
don't
Right?
think we should poke any hornet's nests we do not need to.
Yeah, just leave them over there. It'll be fine.
Just keep your eyes and ears open and stay close together so that if anything does attack, we'll all be close enough to assist.
Okay.
And then I guess we'll continue on. Alright, well, that ends that way.
Is there anything over there? Is there any, like,
It's just an alcove up this way.
are there any dead bodies?
It's a good point because I can't really see the map. I can see that there's. I thought it was just rocks, but that could be like bones, couldn't it?
Hello, dead people.
There is a body in there. It's skeletal. It is literally so old, there's not even skin left on it. It looks a little bit chewed up.
Do they have any items?
Roll an investigation.
Does it have a head?
5.
What did you find?
A body.
You literally are picking through bones and look at it. The most you can find is that it has been chewed on by some very strong teeth.
Ew. Gross.
And it looks like it has just been dragged here and left haphazardly. It looks like whatever items it may have been carrying at a point. Or just
A dead
beyond.
person.
Does it have a head?
I have
It
no
does have-
idea.
It actually, weirdly enough, does. You know, it does. It does. Sorry, I was thinking about where I placed several things throughout this map, and I was like,
Weirdly enough,
wait.
yes.
Yes.
It does actually have. Well, then it's most likely not the body of. Oop. Oh.
What? Stop saying things. No.
No, it's fine. I'm just seeing things happen on the screen and just barely, getting concerned. But no, most likely.
I'm
What
also-
do you see?
Just
I'm
saw,
also
like,
gonna
a flicker.
throw the locate object back up again for hammers. As we're walking.
Magical hammers.
Yeah, well, weapon hammers. I don't think I can denote magical,
Yeah.
but
Fair enough.
When you say weapon hammers. She does like this, and it just kind of manifests like it's a hammer, but like the head of it looks more like a drum.
Oh,
I'm not
neat.
sure. I don't
Like
even
the
know what that
spear
is.
stick. Or drumstick. Drumpy
You
hammer.
you don't sense any other well, you sense the location of, are you specifying, I guess you can't specify magical hammers.
Yeah, I
You,
don't think I can specify magical, but
yeah, no, you sense essentially what you've been sensing all up until here, which is just the hammers that are back in that little.
okay. Keeping an eye out for any other hammers.
Does sound like a good plan.
Just in case.
Continue down. Looks like it loops back around and then back around again.
What about down here? That's also a loop. Yeah, it's also a loop.
Eris, roll me another perception check now that you're here.
Also,
18.
we definitely don't get this far away actually from the rest of the party.
I figure you're all
I'm
staying
hoping,
together.
yeah,
Trying
I'm
to stay
hoping you're
together
all
while we
thinking of
move,
us.
because we're talking a lot, so moving quietly is kind of out of the question, but we are continuing to try to
Whispering.
creep.
I'm failing my con saves of staying awake.
Yeah, I think we might have to let
We have to, yeah, we will have to probably,
I'm sorry that I
no,
have
no,
a
you're
work
fine, you're fine.
schedule.
You do. I will say this, with your 18 perception check, that skittering that you heard before is getting louder. And you're hearing it from, like, behind the group now, and in front of you.
Alright. Everyone should fall back into this. Shendo, how hardy are you? You able to distract foes to keep those of us who are, or
Hardy,
those of our
hardy,
party who
har.
are... Are you tanky or not?
Well, it'll look you up and down and be like, I'm about as tanky as you are.
Alright.
That's pretty
But-
tanky. Yours is good at
But
tanking.
if I get a swing off, I can exponentially increase my tankiness.
Alright, why don't you... Rictavio, Frere, Despair, Tomas, why don't you get between the two of us and we'll hold these two ends of this cavern. I hear things approaching from both sides, so we're in for
Oh,
a
good.
fight.
Dumas, come huddle.
Okay.
Yeah, we're basically going to just try to have the two melees on either side so that they can hold things at that door as best they can.
Very fair, very fair. And I think that's actually kind of a good place to leave off, because as you're beginning to peer into the darkness, Eris, you begin to see that from all of these tunnels, and you see, like, through this little passage, you see, where's my little measuring stick so I can show you? In this direction, you see another ledge that leads back upward, so you're kind of like on a lower level, if you can imagine it, of the main cave that you just came from. And you see that right up above that ledge, you begin to see eyes lighting up.
No, go away.
And, well, from where you're standing, you count 3 pairs of eyes.
Okay, it's less than I
up on
was
that
fearing.
ledge.
I was fearing like a dozen, but that's better.
Yeah, that's one side, I
Yeah,
guess.
I know. Let me
I'm
live in hope.
just glad that I'm not telling my oldest nephew this story of D&D.
What's the worst that
'Cause
could happen?
He's already having nightmares of folk creature known as Siren Head.
I love Siren Head's design. I think this is actually a good place to leave it off, because you guys are beginning to understand the fact that you're being surrounded pretty quickly, and you do not have the high ground at this moment.
No,
We have the low ground.
We have the
You
low
do.
ground, and we also have the protection of the Raven Queen.
Yeah, she'll get
We
him.
also have this.
Yeah, we have a
Ooh.
lot of crowd control, so this
Hell yeah.
should be manageable. And as long as we can, didn't mean to click that. Didn't.
What the
Well,
fuck?
right
Why is
now,
it-
I like it.
I don't know
I've
why
never
is it
seen
blue.
Is it because it
Weird.
rolled an 8 and a 1?
I don't
Crit
know.
fail
Yeah.
and...
That
success?
we've seen that
Or
happen before.
yeah, because there's a full on the die,
It's
minus on the die.
it's
It's
so
gotta be.
helpful.
Oh God!
Yeah. That's
Wow.
cool. Interesting. They must have like just implemented that right now.
Yeah,
Dang.
that
It
had
wasn't
to have
doing that
been.
before.
Mm-mm.
All right.
That's weird.
Weird.
But I mean that is nice because that helps you denote for like if I was looking at my 2d4 and saw a blue like 5, I know I rolled a 1 and a 4, and I should re-roll at least 1d4 to get something that's not a
Right.
1.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah. That's
Yes,
actually pretty
yeah.
good. All right. Well,
Hell
we'll
yeah.
leave you guys off here. I almost want to roll initiative, but I'll leave you
Eh,
hanging.
Yeah, I think it's
actually.
better to leave us hanging. The roll for initiative is always a fun roll at the start of a game because
Yeah.
you don't know
Your
what order everyone's gonna
chaotic
go in
evil.
until
Yep,
So
exactly. Well, in which
uh,
case,
Back to
we
the
will go
end.
back to Pekin, back at the.
Savid just
Alright,
hears in his
here's your
head from Freyr. Despair and Ares are playing cards.
oh no. Why do you torture that boy?
Samid is like, Des is gonna come back, and Samid is just gonna be like, "Oh, you okay? I guess that's fine."
Your innocence.
And nothing will have changed, so
No.
she'll be just
Yeah.
confused.
Hi, Sabi. Cool. How's it going? Let's go to bed. Okay.
Savid's just depressed now.
Is he gonna come with us?
Uh,
Oh my
Well,
god.
yeah. I mean, he sleeps in there too. He'll sit at the
Yeah.
foot of the bed. That's how we go, right?
Samid has just accepted his fate at this point. He's just like, yeah, okay.
No, I won't torture the
Poor
poor
boy.
boy. He won't hear anything in his head, and it'll just be Freyr be all like, "There's monsters everywhere."
Besides screaming.
Hell yeah. We're making progress. We found another
Yeah.
building and nobody died tonight.
Yay!
And we got
Yeah.
Carter home.
Yeah,
We got
that was the
You
most
Carter.
did.
thing.
That was
That
fucking
was
worked.
awesome.
It was. That was
So-
fucking sick.
So good.
Also, I don't know why the spell save DC is lower than it should be on that.
On
On
which one?
Hypnotic.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
happens when you
it's
multi-class
weird.
because
Gotcha.
because of the way that even though
Hmm.
both your classes use the same modifier because you're both using a charisma, it's weird.
Even if
Super
you
weird.
don't multi-class, sometimes some of the spells are just different. On Rose, some of my spells are just different. It just says different
Yeah.
numbers, and there's no
Mhm.
reason why.
So
It
I mean, you can
attaches
always
itself to the level, maybe,
Maybe.
of
Well, I mean,
whatever you have.
it should be determined by 8 plus proficiency bonus plus associated skill modifier and then anything else that might increase your spell save DC. So if you have like a 5 right now, if you have a +5, like a 20 in your charisma, you should have a spell save of 17.
Yep, I do.
Yeah, okay. I don't know why.
Yeah, like some of Rose's spells are just like the spell save is wrong, and I have no idea why it's different between different spells.
Sometimes items also affect it because
Yeah.
they'll be like half my DCs, they all say 17, when in actuality, because I have Run of the Pact Keeper, they should all be 19.
Should be 19. Yeah.
I'm just
Who
like,
knows?
why?
It is very
Oh
weird.
my god. All right. Well, please tell me you'll survive this because I recently discovered some cool items that I can give to you guys if you've successfully
I don't know
finished
what
this
that
quest.
Hell yeah.
backpack was, but
It's
That-
dope.
fucking
I don't know what it is,
cool.
but it's dope.
yeah.
I like the way it looks. I'm like,
I
Yeah.
need to.
I like
The
weird
aesthetic
stuff
is
like that. Yeah.
mhm.
Honestly, hold on. I'll send you the actual card for it because I just really had fun with it. I recently
need to-
discovered
Hell
a
yeah.
site that just like gives you random magic items, and
Also,
it's
my
just
bad.
Yeah.
really cool.
I didn't realize one of y'all were
Flip,
messing
flip.
with the spell list. I just closed it on you.
No, you're good. I was just reading through to see if there was something that was
Your
jank
back
with
just winked
hypnotic
at me.
pattern, but I can't even see where it like sets the DC in that. Yeah.
So there's nothing detrimental about the bag. It just
No, it
holds the
literally just has an
items.
anti-theft
Yeah.
system, which is
You
dope.
can't have that. Now, can we turn the bag inside out?
I mean, you could. It would just be super fucking sticky.
I have to show the picture of the bag to my sister-in-law because she hates bugs, especially spiders. So,
Nice.
but like she won't kill any of them. Maybe spiders and mosquitoes and wasps because she just says that they all need to die. But
They
yeah,
all
no,
need to die.
yeah, no, like
Question mark?
question mark. I'm gonna because I'm meeting her this Saturday for Tucson Comic Con. Um, I think I'm just gonna show her the picture of my phone, and she's just gonna be all
Dope.
like,
I like it.
"Ew, gross! What is that?"
It's dope.
As
That's what it is.
as we're playing Spelljammer at the con. Also, Drake's gonna join.
Hopefully we'll survive, though. Hopefully we'll survive.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on how many there are.
We'll try our
Does
best.
that fix it?
Yeah.
I'm just sad that.
No,
Oh,
you made it worse.
question. I missed this because I was falling asleep. When we were munching on the wet food, was that considered a short rest or no?
No.
I
Okay,
don't.
okay.
We were specifically not taking the time to like
Yeah,
take
we
a
were.
whole lunch break.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we were taking an hour in a cave
Nah.
to eat some floor bread.
I wasn't sure. It was all jumbled and my brain was
Yeah.
just like,
Floor bread.
please.
It's all good. Yeah, I just like I think the only one of us right now that's missing any substantial chunk of their hit points is Eris, and he
I'm
can
down a
play on
little
hand.
bit, but not a lot.
He's
I've-
down like 30
I've-
hit points.
I've only been hit
Mm.
once, and that was just at that 9 damage at the start of the last combat.
Yeah. So I didn't think that we needed to do a full
It's just
nap and
weird for me
I mean-
playing a warlock because I'm so used to having so many spell slots, and now I just have the 2 for 5th level, and I'm just like, this is weird. I feel so restricted.
See, I don't know what the fuck to do with all these spell slots I have. I'm not used to this.
Yeah, as a bard,
Yeah.
you have a bunch.
I have 7, and I can make 2 more on bonus actions for a total of 9 a day, and I'm still out by like 2 in the afternoon.
I have 14
spike
spells.
slots.
Yep.
I got a lot.
Pure caster. But
Well, I
yeah,
have
and like
14 without the ones that I just get from my class.
like you
I
said,
have
Shindo has
11.
catnap, right? So if we
No,
did,
not yet. The next time we
right,
level
right.
up, I'm planning on
Mhm.
Brett.
yeah, okay, cool.
Ah, I
Because
keep forgetting
that'll help
Rada
most of us.
Yeah, it
the
will.
Pack Keeper can give me a spell slot once a day as an action.
Yeah, don't forget that shit, man. My
Yeah,
amulet,
I keep forgetting because I never play Warlock.
my amulet of the devout gives me an extra divine or channel divinity a day because I normally only have the one, but I can get a second one just by my holy symbol.
Well, next time if I run out of spell slots.
Good.
All right, I'm gonna head out because I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Y'all have a good night.
Yes.
We'll
All
catch
right.
you next
Bye.
week. Is next week gonna be in the air, or is that?
So yeah, that next week's
okay.
kind of in the air.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah, no, that's all good.
Mhm.
It's the first couple weeks of school. We totally get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I want to
no
say.
need to-
Here's the problem, though. I think. Hold on, let me double check because I think the next 2 weeks are honestly probably going to be a no go. And then there's going to be a week in like towards the end of September where I should be able to maybe do stuff. Maybe not. Nope, maybe not.
Confirm it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let us know how things unfold, because like I know today was questionable until yesterday, so sometimes we won't even know until the day before. But I know for us, we try to keep Mondays open. And
Yeah, for sure.
For me,
And I know you guys. Do you guys play on Sunday as well?
No.
we have been just because
Not usually.
the move and everything, but we'll be moved back to our Saturday this weekend. So if we could do Sunday, we could do that instead.
I think I might be able to do a Sunday instead. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, hold on a second. I gotta kill a cricket.
I mean, if that's gonna start this upcoming weekend, that works well for me because Labor Day. So,
I'm back. Sorry about that.
but
Did
I,
you
I
get
don't
the
know when
cricket?
it's gonna
I did.
start. So,
Okay, I think probably hold on, let me double check. Yeah, next week I think I don't have anything on
Your
the
Monday.
my Monday, so I might be able to do your Sunday night instead, if that
Okay, cool.
works.
Sure.
That works
Yeah.
really well because I would have Labor Day off. Or at
Ooh,
least
yeah, you
hopefully.
would.
Mm.
Ooh.
I don't know about it, and I'm too cautious to ask. So
I mean, do you work for like a corporation?
it's technically a corporation, yeah. It's a
Yeah. Are
production
you like
company.
are you a contractor or do you work for the company?
I work through a temp office.
Okay, so you're a contractor. That is you have to contact your temp agent and they'll be able to tell you. When I was a contractor and the business was closed for the day, usually if they're not going to be there, the contractor, like your temp agency won't require you to be there because there's not going to be any work for you. But it's up to the policy of your agency.
I'll have to
And
send him an email tomorrow morning.
And you'll also
Yeah.
check with HR to see if your company, the one that you're contracted to, even is going to be closed. Because most do close for Labor Day, but not all do. Some of them use it as like a flex holiday to give more holidays during Christmas, so you can
That's
take
what
like
we
a
do.
week off.
We
Yeah,
don't get it, unfortunately, and they push it closer to Christmas and New Year's.
yeah. So
I'll have
just
to
check.
ask. Yeah.
I've been down that road. I've been a contractor before.
All right, y'all take it easy.
Yep.
You too.
All right.
See
Thanks.
ya.
Bye.
Bye.